Your Excellency, this is the Council of Governors. We have a Marifa Center, the Knowledge Hub, that has documented best practices and stories about devolution. And besides that, we have an open data portal, a GIS gadget, that has data for all the 14 devolved functions, real time, for all the 47 counties. Your Excellency, we want to project the affordable housing, where all the projects are, the status, and the completion date. We have data of all the projects, the water projects in the 47 counties, their status, and all other housing. So you can explain?
Yes. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Welcome to the COG Pavilion. This is Marifa Center, a knowledge hub for the Council of Governors. That is GIS based. That means that we can be able to get the exact locations of all the projects and interventions we are doing in the country. So if we come to the affordable housing one, we are partnering with the Affordable Housing Board, so we are able to track the status of all the affordable housing projects. Currently, the ones that are ongoing are 151 projects in the country. The average status of implementation is 24. But we can still go to the individual project and tell you what is the actual percentage of, yes. Let's go, for example, to Kirinyaga. Kirinyaga, we have a project of 210 units. Right now it's 97% complete. So, Your Excellency, at the comfort of your office, you can monitor all the projects in affordable housing. The other one that we have is the National Equipment Service Program. This, we're able to tell you the facilities that the counties that are benefiting from this program, the facilities that are benefiting, and the services that are being offered in this program. So, Wajir is there. Yes, Your Excellency. Even in Wajir, they have also set up a GIS system for our chair. They're able to map out all the health facilities in that particular county. Thank you, sir.
We are blessed with that, Your Excellency. Thank you. So, thank you. So, we're doing a lot of work right now. There's some key projects we're looking at, like the work we're doing with KEBSA, to ensure that those guarantees go out and the supplier is able to get to the fill order. There's a lot of work we're doing with SHA, Your Excellency, with respect to the IPF to ensure that people can get the funding. Actually, we are working closely with Safaricom. By the end of this week. By the end of this week, they'll have told us about it. Thank you. Yes. Yeah.
If I get the commitment within a year, 53,200.
Please report them to me.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. So we have the funding to set up in cluster regional counties. So about
Mombasa told me you are
yes, within 2 weeks I'm inviting you to have a groundbreaking and then we start the work.
And what about Nairobi?
And
Nairobi is our big
yes, we are in discussion with them. They have not yet concluded.
Trouble, let me know.
Yes, they are giving me trouble. So yes, they are giving me trouble. They are giving me trouble.
I will take them on.
Look, the funds are ready, the equipment are ready.
Yes.
This is an African solution to African waste challenge problems. Thank you.
When I was vice chair, I took a delegation of 11 governors to go and see this. And the value chains around it, the creation of employment, the cleanness of the towns, the local solutions. They get to a point where they sell the end product as fertilizer on the shelves of supermarkets. It's really working.
Yes. That's good.
Yes. I told him to come.
Yes, yes. Thank you very much, Excellency.
Karibu.
We are standing firmly behind ensuring we are funding the affordable housing program.
Yes.
Here are two beneficiaries. You met them on Madaraka Day in Homa Bay. Amuka na Pamela. They have moved into the Soko Mjinga.
Hello, Mom.
Yeah.
How are you? Wewe ndio mwenyekiti wa
Soko Mjinga.
Uko na nyumba hapa?
Nimepata.
Umepata?
Na anakaa ndani.
Na wewe ni mama wa soko? Wa mboga.
Ndio.
Unajua kuna watu wanasema ati nilisahau mama mboga.
Hapana.
Hiyo ni propaganda.
Sasa hii nimemaliza maisha. Kwa sababu nimeenda kwa hiyo nyumba, nimekaa vizuri.
Kama ofisa.
Nimetandika.
Unakaa kama ofisa.
Nakaa kama ofisa. Hata soko Mjinga, nimeanza kujengia.
Sasa itakuwa soko mrefu. Itawacha kwa Mjinga.
Haitakuwa Mjinga tena.
That was also in Mukuru.
Hapana.
Ni mama wa show tu.
Mimi sijapita hata Homa Bay kuenda huko.
She's the chairman of Sokomjinga.
Yes. Tena mimi ni mkaaji ya Homa Bay. Nimeshukuru sana President.
Yes, and this is the Homa Bay project. Yes. We have now fully occupied. It is fully occupied.
What is phase 2?
Phase 2, I think we instructed that there's going to be another 1,000 units to be done. So that
is where is the land for the other 1,000 units?
it was behind. It was behind the NX.
So let us.
No, the land is there.
Yes, the land is there.
Yes. So what is the plan? We need to advertise so that we
Advertise and we execute.
They have
before I leave today, and this on the direction.
Twende Kirinyaga. Sasa uko na mdosi hapo.
Very good.
We also do linen for hospitals for doctors and also for the maternity. Yeah, we do a session program which we are expanding. It's really not that big, but we're managing. Very good. It saves us money, and linen and curtains, everything comes from inside.
Yes.
And then this is you've seen what we have been doing in medical services. We have expanded our facilities. The new hospitals that are coming up, level 4 and level 5, they are 80%.
Very good.
In Kimbimbi and Kenyaga, you promised equipment, remember? Yes. And we've done about 20 of health centers.
Because you know under that program.
Yes, but you even the other ones.
Yeah, even
the
the
ones
other
of
ones,
70, yeah. This is one of our dairies, Karima Dairies. We support our cooperatives. It's a very small one. We've supported them. The breeds that we have changed to the cow breeds, we've increased the milk production, gave them milk howlers and everything. They are now selling.
Very good.
Rice, you know our rice. And our coffee as well, being amongst the best. Yes.
How are the prices of coffee?
And we are anticipating to go even higher.
Yeah. So we have our seed propagation center. These are macadamia. We also produce macadamia.
Yes.
But we have a propagation center that we've built that we're now changing the variety of tomatoes because in the industrial park we intend to put a tomato factory.
Very good.
But we've been producing table tomato. So now they propagate different seeds, and one of them is for the new tomato varieties.
So you talked about the old ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is really a big.
Yeah. We also
oil.
Yes.
Avocado oil. It's very healthy.
Yes.
You can fry on high temperature. You can use it also for salads. And in Germany, you pay for small ones.
Oh my goodness.
I think production costs.
And we have a factory already. Yes. We want a second one available for that. This we produce also. Programs and empowering the young people, and they are all connected with the value chain. Yes. And then the final is our rabbits. Because for instance, you may know that we're the leading ornamental fish producers. Yeah. We're selling, yes. Now, and they are very high demand, especially in the UAE. And they're exported.
Very good.
Now, our rabbits produce this urine. This urine is used as fertilizer. for this fertilizer. So like this is the urine collected last night from this check. Yeah. So that's
light for the world. Yes. This is a project for persons with disability. We're normally supported to run their businesses. They're here.
So they make cake?
Yes.
They do
it. She's there, but she cooked it.
Very good. Hello. How are you? Karibu sana.
Thank you very much. Yeah? Asante sana. Thank you. All right. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Wajenzi hawa. Hapa nataka majenzi hapa.
I was with these guys yesterday. Hi. How are you, Madam CEO?
So well? Karibu NYC.
Yes.
This is the youth pavilion of the council.
Yes. Hi guys. Hi. How are you? Very good.
It's been created in partnership with our friends from Safaricom, from ZMCC, and from Ajira. Your Excellency, we are trying to make youth feel at home at Devolution Conference. We have games that you can play. We have the passport that we're displaying here. And we're also saying that we are the generation that can end malaria. In the back there, we're going to be skilling with Ajira. Young people can come here and take a course in the course of the conference. Your Excellency, you'll remember yesterday, you launched Kunaform. In the last 24 hours, we have 4,100 people, young people who have signed up, all below the age of 35. We just for opportunities. Yes, so for jobs, for funding, for skilling, and we will continue to grow the platform and make it useful to all young people.
What we are doing with the community health promoters, we are supporting all the 47 counties to accelerate universal health coverage through digitally empowered, compensated, and kitted community health promoters. So you can see the numbers there, where we have 108,000 CHPs enrolled, and they have been able to register 8.78 million households, and they are currently visiting more than 7.6 million households. And we have done a lot of screening for diabetes, for hypertension, and referred many people who didn't have known that they have these conditions right in their home. So we are actually bringing health to people's homes.
You people are the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Your Excellency.
I am all in.
All right, Asante.
Anthony, Habari, very good. You guys are the best.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Yes, Mr. Anthony.
Thank you, Excellency. Welcome to our booth. We just want to show you our mandate is really very short. We just want to digitize each and every part of healthcare.
Digitize everywhere.
Every part of healthcare, Your Excellency. We had a plan, and we want to show you how far we are. Just in short, we start with SHA. This is my team, and Dr. Amisha will take you through SHA, and then we'll go to Dito Health Agency of the facility and the rest, and my colleague there will take you through. Joyce, please.
Thank you, sir. Your Excellency, at the Digital Health Agency.
It's okay.
At the Digital Health Agency, we believe in data, real-time data for use. So the first stop was the SHA registration dashboard, and as for today, you can see we are at we have already registered 6,152 people. As of now, of course, by evening we'll have reached about 30,000, 34,000, and then approximately half of the Kenyan population is already registered for SHA. And then, Your Excellency, registrations typically are happening at the health facilities. We need to change the Kenyans' mentality about seeking for health care, because you should be registering for insurance when you're happy and healthy. Exactly. But you can see from how we are doing things, our registrations are lowest over the weekends. Yet they should be the highest because we have self-registration and even assisted registration with the CHPs. Young people are the majority that are registering, on average about 32 years. Males and females, 1-to-1 ratio. So wanawake they are not being hidden behind. So it's important to check that. Then on children, we have our dependents. They're about 8.9 million. We expect a bit more. Yeah, exactly. Yes. Exactly. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Exactly. And then under means testing, which is done by the people who are basically not employed, the one for normal check-off. So we have about 6.2 million who have done their means test. Yes. And then we have a county registration where we are monitoring the counties, that's how things are happening at the counties. Mombasa is highest at 67.5%. Homa Bay, where we are, is at about 13%. Sorry. Actually 47. and number 13. Yes. And then we have a dedicated county dashboard for the governors to have a look and see some more information about their counties. Exactly. Yes. Your Excellency. Yes. Exactly. Then something else that is interesting, Your Excellency, we recently have started one bed, one person, and we are monitoring the bed occupancy. In our currently we have about 137,000 beds, normal beds, and our occupancy is at about 50%, so 49.93, and we can be able to see ICU beds and even HDU beds. Your Excellency, if COVID happened today, we would be able to monitor things that we were using an Excel sheet then to monitor now digitized. So this is, we are on a great journey, and we really appreciate your support. Thank you. Sorry.
Tell me about the identification. We're still using IDs.
Yes.
In our facilities in 2, 3.
Yes.
Some 4. So what is the plan?
So, Your Excellency, we went live for the biometric identification for all our level 4 and level 5 and 6 facilities, which are now using biometrics to do. 1,009 and 1094, 1094. And we are just now ensuring that, because we still have some small challenges of small failures, we are now tightening that system. Then the second is we are rolling out in every level 3 and level 2. So that we expect that in the next 1 month or so, we shouldn't have anybody using OTP, unless you have a condition whereby you are not able to. Yes, you have a up to the problem, and we have created a process that must be approved for you to be properly identified. But Your Excellency, I will take you through the highway now. You remember we had the five key pillars. Before I give my colleagues, one was enabling environment. You gave us a law, so all this is now also anchored in the law, so that we ensure that everybody uses the digital system in providing of services. The next was the ICT infrastructure, and in terms of ICT infrastructure, we are assisting every public hospital, every public health worker. We are giving them a device. So far, we have distributed 15,000. We are supposed to do 74,000. We have the devices in place, Your Excellency, but we don't want to give devices without training. So it's moving with the speed of training, and that is how we are implementing that. Our health information exchange, I will give my colleagues to take you through. This is also live. We have been able now to actualize this from being a plan to a reality.
Thank you, Your Excellency. My name is Dr. Jeremiah Mumo. This was actually a PowerPoint thing, but we have actualized it from now. It's no longer a PowerPoint, and the reason is live, Your Excellency, is that at any given time, if it's patient portal, when you click, it will automatically open to you our Afya Yangu, and our clients will be able to move to that. Again, we have also actualized our point of care system as the Taifa care systems, which are used in all our facilities, and we expect with this to be able to all the clients to see, even at governance levels, at any level, to see how many clients will be coming, because you have an interactive dashboard to see what is happening, registration. You can see the queues who have been waiting and triage, who are waiting at consultation at the comfort of the office. You can also see the number of patients who have been admitted, and again, you can as well see the procedures which have been undertaken in the hospitals. This goes up to the reports, and again to specific diagnostic areas, Your Excellency. Again, we have also managed to able to share information. What we have been talking about, if you are in Mombasa and you come to Kisumu, you can get your records. Initially was a story. We have actualized, Your Excellency, through what we call the shared health records. So with this, you'll be able to navigate yes, Your Excellency. Yes, Your Excellency.
Now, once you take your X-ray, maybe you took yesterday, you go to the next hospital, your data is there, they should treat you, and they download it and they see whatever it is.
Yes. And we can monitor this, Your Excellency, real time. Like now, this is what is happening across the country. For the last 1 hour, you'll be able to tell what is happening in terms of, for the last 1 hour, 10, we had already 20,000. People being seen either through observation, diagnostic, or prescription of drugs across the country. And this information can be relayed from one facility to another across the country. Your Excellency, also, we are also able to monitor our doctors and our healthcare workers through the health worker registry, which was again a dream. And with this, we are able to know the numbers, what is happening in terms of doctors, and want to make it reality so that even Kenyans can know how many doctors we have, how many nurses we have in the country, and all different cadres we have in the country. So now this is a reality. And again, we have an application which we call the Know Your Practitioner. And again, we have now what we call Practice 360 to enable the doctors to do prioritization within a radius of 1 kilometer.
We localize.
Yes, Your Excellency.
GPS localize.
Yes, Your Excellency.
You have already geofence and geotag every facility. You can't approve outside 1 kilometer, which is within that radius of your facility. And we keep making it tight, because we realize that some health workers are in very far distances and they are doing approvals, which means actually they are not undertaking some of those services.
Your Excellency, on that one, I think there is data that will really help us on training of doctors.
Yes.
Because if you can get the gaps,
yes,
and then national government takes it, they'll be able to know who should be trained. For
Yes.
example, when you break it down
Yes.
I think I don't see the gaps there.
Yes.
But we should, this data now is useful for us to be able to deliver help in a very, comprehensive way and effective, because we will know what the gaps are and all the other things. I think we can assist America. I saw.
Probably even You're doing the same right now. But data protection is a big problem.
So I saw President Trump struggling. I think we can send some experts. And Ambassador here says also to jump.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. You guys are doing a great job. I had a few fellows every night. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, my friend.
This is on digital.
I love that.
Especially what it says about radiology. Yes. Also that you don't make 10 pictures of the same but you can use it 3 times, 4 times.
Hello guys. How are you?
Red Cross Silicon provide integrated digital solutions for county revenue collections, their HR management, and all the other county services that they provide. We provide a digital dashboard where the governors and the decision makers can actually see real time what's happening in the county.
Okay. So are you working with some counties already?
This is Homa Bay, actually. They are the ones who've really worked with us in tightening the system. That's why our revenues 700, 800%.
Very good.
And now we have incorporated artificial intelligence into the system.
Yes.
So now the system can actually detect where the problems are, leakages maybe, can predict what the future revenue is going to be, what we can do to improve the... Yes, sir. It actually can talk to it.
How much have we collected today?
Right now,
how much have you collected today?
Of course. So for today, we've collected about KES 125,300.
We can even speak Swahili. Thank you.
This Water Resource Authority. We have, these are the equipment that we use now for water, groundwater monitoring. It's a very modern equipment. Nowadays we have minimized now what we call dry boreholes. For example, this one is called magnetic. It can go up to 600 meters.
Down?
Down, yes.
Okay, to know where there is.
Yes, you can see now this gap here. This is the area where the water is.
Oh.
These are rocks.
Okay.
The blue is here.
So you know where to drill?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we have minimized.
So we stop the guesswork.
Yes, we have also seismic method where we can send a signal to the ground. This one, yes. It can go up to 2,000, 3,000 kilometers.
You sort out that small problem with the tariff?
Yes, the regulation is ready. We are implementing, yeah. Yes. Yeah, thank you, sir. Sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. He left the bus.
Homa Bay. Your Excellency, you have seen a lot of exhibitions on the other side with the community health workers telling you, SHA telling you. I think here is the story of what has this done. Today we're celebrating 96 days of zero maternal deaths. But because of this integration, from community to being able to deliver blood, to being able to do trainings, we have the MPDSR.
Thank you, Your Excellency. So, as Her Excellency the Governor said previously, we were losing so many mothers. What we have done differently is we know where every single mother who is pregnant is in Homa Bay right now through our CHPs. As you can see, they walk around with their gadgets. We are able to tell their blood pressure so we can know what problem they have. They are able to do blood glucose testing and so on and so forth. So, Your Excellency, distinctly, every Tuesday morning at 7 a.m., we have a national meeting chaired by ourselves, and Her Excellency the Governor personally attends, including DG Amoth, PS Oluga and the others, and we discuss every single maternal mortality that we have or a near miss. And through that, Your Excellency, we have managed to achieve 96 days of zero maternal deaths in Homa Bay County. And significantly, Your Excellency, what used to kill mothers before in Homa Bay was obstetric hemorrhage, bleeding a lot before, during or after birth. And as you can see, we have put measures in place, and right now it is no longer the #1 killer of mothers in Homa Bay. Thank you.
Your Excellency, that's the effect of the interventions that we have made there, including working with Zipline to deliver blood and other essentials to the far places. Your Excellency, we have value chains here in Homa Bay, and we've been growing the value chains. Just move a bit, Adele. So if you look at sweet potatoes, we are the highest producers of sweet potatoes. We moved from about 169 tons to 173 tons, 78 tons. For cotton, we moved from planting 1,800 hectares, planting 5,200 hectares. And the most important thing there is the value, because you know the price has moved from 52 to 72. So the value has gone much higher. Sunflower, we moved from only 125 hectares to over 1,050 hectares, and the value. Excellent.
Thank you very much.
Welcome to the proposed Homa Bay City. This 3D model is transformed from the plan of the city. We want to transform Homa Bay municipality. And so we have key flagship projects, one of which is to relocate the sewer system, which is currently at the lakefront. We want to relocate it to another location that we have provided in our proposed plan. Also, Your Excellency, this side we have informal settlements called Shauriako and Sofia. Through BETA, we want to transform it through social housing to accommodate the informal dwellers. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Thank you very much. That's a vision. That's Kabunde, and that's the new headquarters that we had this morning, Excellency. FAO are our great partners, Your Excellency.
Welcome, Excellency. This is FAO stand. Thanks when you met our DG last week in Ethiopia. So here we are working to support the government in 4 major areas. On the area of land, digital land governance, 3 areas, 20 million euros supported by the EU government. We are supporting the alternative justice system. Excellency, in Narok, in Kajiado, there is a lady whose 100 acres of land was not able to get out of court. Alternative justice system supported by FAO, they are now okay and they are using their land. We just launched a $40 million project on youth employment in ASAL areas. This was launched by CS Beatrice School in Turkana last week. So we're going to give a lot of employment to the youth.
Thank you very much. Good to see you.
Yes.
So, you know, you brought me up in the farm. Every Easter, every Christmas, we used to go to Ushago. And this is the work that has come from it. We are working with traditional beekeepers so that we can move from here until here. We're also working with young people in agriculture, and we've planted 754,000 trees as young people so far to contribute to the 15 billion tree campaign. Thank you for your mentorship.
Karibu sana Mheshimiwa Rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya. Tumkaribishe kwa makofi. Welcome Your Excellency. Karibu sana Mheshimiwa Rais to Devolution Conference 2025 held in the great Homa Bay County. Karibu sana Mheshimiwa Rais. We shall remain standing as we will start with the two anthems, starting with the Kenyan national anthem, followed by the East African anthem, the anthem. Tukiwa tungali tumesimama kwa heshima, Mheshimiwa Rais, naomba nimwalike Ali Abdullahi Hachi na Reverend Kennedy Zangu watuongoze kwa maombi. Karibu.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Naanza kwa jina la Mwenyezi Mungu mwingi wa rehema na mwenye kurehemu. Ya Rabbi, tunakushukuru kwa kutufanyia ufanisi wa hafla muhimu ya maendeleo wa watu, muabudiwa wa watu. Tunakuomba kwa utukufu lako lote, ya Allah, kwa sifa zako njema, ubariki taifa letu. Ya Rabbi, utulinde wakati wote, utupe amani. Ya Rabbi, utupe salama, utupe mashikamano, umoja. Ya Rabbi, ulinde taifa letu, udumishe amani na maendeleo ya Allah. Ufanye nchi amani ambayo inayependeza ulimwengu ya Allah. Ya Rabbi, tunakuomba umjalie kiongozi wetu Mheshimiwa Dr. William Samoei Ruto, umpe hikma, ujuzi na ujasiri wakati hali ngumu na wakati hali iko sawa. Ya Rabbi, tunakuomba uwajalie viongozi wetu hikma na utabiti ili waudumikie taifa letu. Tunakushukuru kwa kutupa gavana chupafu. Ya Rabbi, ulinde gavana wetu na wasaidizi wake. Ya Rabbi, tunakuomba uko na ubungufu ya kibinadamu, utasamehe makosa yetu. Ubariki taifa letu, ubariki viongozi wetu, utusamehe dhambi yetu. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa sallam. Amina ya Rabbal Alamin.
We are praying. Lord, the county of Homa Bay that is hosting the Devolution of 2025, being the 9th one of the countries, in your hands. And Lord, we thank you for the blessings of devolution. And we, as we gather here, Lord, we pray that may your guidance guide us into doing justice and good to the devolution so that it benefits your people. The country rests into your hands, Lord. Now I pray, my Father, that may you protect the government under the President of Kenya, with Dr. William Samoei Ruto. How I pray, Lord, that may you walk with him in times of hardship and in times of good, and cover him like you promised that you will cover Jerusalem from heaven. Circle him with the heavenly fires and the heavenly protection, that in any other thing that is happening politically or socially, he will be safe from it. In your hands, Lord, we place the governor of the county of Homa Bay. May you walk with her as she tries to lift up Homa Bay to be at the top, O Lord. All the 46 governors are in your hands, Lord. In your hands are the deputy governors, both parliaments and the MCS, O Lord. Do us justice, because that is our humble prayer in Jesus' name.
Kwa heshima naomba tuweze kuketi. Your Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Kenya Defense Forces, the COG Chair, Honorable Ahmed Abdullahi, also Governor of Wajir County, Speaker of the Senate, Honorable Amason Kingi, the host governor, Your Excellency Swanga, all governors present, cabinet secretaries present, principal secretaries present, Your Excellency governors, members of parliament, CEO COG Ms. Mary Mwiti, private sector represented, sponsors and partners. Your Excellency, sir, at this point, allow me to invite Governor Sang, Governor for Nandi County, who is going to be running the program for us today. I would request that we welcome him with a warm clap. Tumkaribishe tafadhali kwa makofi, aje atuongoze kwa ratiba ya leo. Karibu, Governor.
Thank you very much. Good. May I take this opportunity to welcome all of us to the 9th Devolution Conference being held here in Homa Bay. And I want to take this opportunity, Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, all dignitaries present, all the delegates, karibuni sana. Devolution, hoye! Your Excellency, before we start this devolution conference, we always have, as by history, pre-devolution conference activities. Many of them were undertaken in the last 2-3 days, and Your Excellency, the climax of those pre-devolution conference activities were the sporting activities that we had yesterday. You will remember, Your Excellency, that in the last devolution, in the 8th devolution conference, we left the conference with a pending matter. You are under investigation for the role that you played in ensuring that the COG team lost miserably. We had, I think, a score of 12 goals against 2 or something. And part of our very good players were missing in the field when they were required to be there. And the investigation indicated that you played a role in holding them somewhere. So this year, we had invested heavily in a good striker and a good goalkeeper. Yesterday, as we went to the field, Your Excellency, we realized that we were missing our goalkeeper, and that is Governor Anne Waiguru of Kirinyaga. We were also missing our striker, that is the chairman of COG, Governor Abdullahi Ahmed, only to realize later that they were with you in another meeting. So the investigation continues. I think, Your Excellency, there is a problem there. We have to square that matter at some point. Nonetheless, the scores yesterday we had 2 major races. One was the tug of war, and the competition was between Nyandarua and Homa Bay. And the results is that, that was a contest between fish and chips. And chips won against the fish. Again, in the football game, the Senate, and this time round they enlisted some of the professional players in the National Assembly. And therefore, the Senate won 5-0. But, Your Excellency, that is a huge improvement. From 12 to 2, 5-0 is fairly a good start. So we are very grateful, and we look forward to the 10th devolution conference. And we will now plan properly, knowing that the President of the Republic could still work against us. So on that one, we have to work on ourselves. So welcome to the 9th devolution conference. We are going to have a few remarks, starting with our sponsors, and we have 3 of our platinum sponsors. Each of them will have 2 or so minutes to speak to us. Kenya Commercial Bank. And on behalf of Kenya Commercial Bank, Director John Okulo, let's appreciate Director Okulo, our platinum sponsors. He will have 2 minutes, and then Safaricom, be ready, another 2 minutes. And our other platinum sponsor, Jospong Group of Companies, Chairman, be ready. Karibu sana, Bwana John.
Your Excellency, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, please allow me to ride on the protocols already observed. Good morning to all the distinguished guests. I'm honored to join you today as we gather for the 2025 Devolution Conference here in this beautiful and vibrant Homa Bay County. But before I say a few words, I'd just like to pass very warm greetings from our group CEO, Mr. Paul Russo, who was unable to join us today due to an unavoidable official duty that had to take place in Nairobi this afternoon. He, however, extends his best wishes for a fruitful event. Your Excellency, for the last 12 years, Devolution has proven that it's not just a constitutional chapter, but a vision brought to life through people-centered interventions that have brought governance closer to the people and given counties the power to shape their own economies and destinies. This year's conference theme, For People, for Prosperity, Devolution as a Catalyst for Equity, Inclusion and Social Justice, serves as a reflection of the progress we have made as a country and as a call to action for what still lies ahead. It speaks closely to KCB Group's purpose, for people, for better. Mr. President, at KCB, we recognized early that for devolution to succeed, counties needed a strong financial partner, one that could deliver capital and resources across the board, irrespective of an individual's social or economic standing. It is for this reason that we worked together with all the counties' leaderships to build strong, practical partnerships with all 47 counties by providing financial services not just to support the county operations, but also the people who live and work in those counties. We as KCB have financed MSMEs, youth starting off in business, female-led and made businesses, as well as ensured that sustainable financing is a priority accessible to all. Beyond banking, our social dividends of our investment arm, KCB Foundation, has been at the forefront in delivering the social dividend of devolution through the transformative youth empowerment program, Tujiajiri, Mifugo Imali, and Linda Miti programs across the country. Just as an example, our Tujiajiri program, launched in 2016, has created more than 197,000 jobs and trained more than 40,000 youths who graduate annually with self-empowerment skills in agribusiness, automotive, construction, beauty, and other services, which allows them not only to employ themselves, but also to employ others. In conclusion, Your Excellency, as devolution enters its next decade, opportunities for shared prosperity are even more evident and abundant. At KCB, we commit that we will always stand as the reliable financial partner for this country as we realize the dream of a more equitable and inclusive Kenya. Thank you, Your Excellency, and we look forward to a very fruitful deliberations over the coming days. God bless you all.
Another round of applause for KCB. Thank you so much, KCB, for the work that we are doing together as county governments. Next is Safaricom. And the Safaricom technical team, you support Safaricom with a small video. Where is the Safaricom team leader?
Take a look around you. From the vibrant stalls of our local markets to the bustling city streets, you see the true heart of Kenya. It is in the quick exchange of goods and greetings, in the shared laughter over a cup of chai, and in the quiet resolve of people working together for the fundamental right to build a better life. The heart of Kenya beats with the rhythm of Homabay, a powerful spirit of unity, self-reliance, and collective action. It's how our communities build schools, raise families, and drive our economy forward. It's the power of the group. From the smallest chama to the largest cooperative, groups are the backbone of our society. But for too long, their growth has been held back by manual processes and a lack of digital tools. This struggle is real. In Makueni County, the groundbreaking Tetheka Fund was established to empower residents who couldn't access loans from traditional banks. It was a lifeline, but its manual paper-based system became slow and inefficient, leading to defaults and a halt in lending. The dream was alive, but the system was failing. Makueni County, driven by its commitment to its people, refused to give up. They engaged Safaricom to help them re-engineer the fund, fix the system, and bring the fund back to life. Groups Connect is a digital hub. It is designed to meet the needs of every kind of group, from a small savings club to a large county-wide fund. It is a secure, user-friendly platform that digitizes everything about a group. Groups can create an identity and register their members and manage members' activities seamlessly. Group members can save together for short-term or long-term. Group members can access and manage their loans. Groups can invest together in various schemes, for example, ZD. Group members can administer emergency and social funds. Safaricom has been working closely with Makueni County over the past year to create a tailored solution that has slashed loan approval times from months to just 24 hours. Now, the Makueni County Empowerment Fund is back, digitized, efficient and accountable. In Homa Bay, the county government is interested in Groups Connect to help it identify and organize its various groups in order to understand how to empower them. Today, Homa Bay County has no clear visibility into the groups operating across the region. And without its visibility, it becomes nearly impossible for the county to plan, support, or even partner with these groups in a meaningful way. But imagine if every group in Homa Bay was registered on Groups Connect. The county would finally have a full view of the landscape, allowing them to design better programs, deliver farm inputs, equipment, training, or even access to loans and capital directly to the groups that need them most. When we make the groups visible, we make the county viable. At the same time, groups themselves get something valuable: a digital footprint, a clear identity, and a connection to a larger network that can open doors to partnerships, funding, and long-term growth. It's time to bring your group into the digital future to build a better life.
Let's appreciate Safaricom, our platinum sponsor. And finally, Jospong Group of Companies, Chairman Dr. Joseph Agiepong. Karibu sana. Karibu Bwana Chairman.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Samuel Ruto, and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, permit me to stand on the existing protocols. I bring you warm greetings from His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana, and from the entire Jospong Group of Companies. In the spirit of friendship, we say Hambo Jambo. It is a joy to be in Homa Bay, a land of beauty, rich culture, and unmatched energy of his people. The Jospong journey began in April 2024 when His Excellency Dr. William Ruto has visited Ghana on a state visit and accompanied by a former President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo visited the Jospong booth when it was an exhibition. And when the integrated waste management system, how it operates, His Excellency President Ruto got interested, invited us to Kenya, and then he asked the Prime Cabinet Secretary to visit our plant. It then evolved to bring about 15 county governors to Ghana to come and visit our plant. I stand here not only as a business leader, but as an African providing African solutions to African waste challenging problems. With over 25 years of experience in waste management, the vision confront of Africa's most urgent challenges: the mounting waste crisis driven by rapid urbanization, rising incomes, and changing lifestyles. In Ghana, we have built resilient African tailored waste treatment systems, tackling waste, creating dignified jobs, and delivering climate solutions one plant at a time. Your Excellency, today in Ghana, we have our 36 plants transforming landscape of Kenya, transforming landscape of waste management. And I would think that Kenya also can harness this potential. Kenya, with a population of 57 million, generates 28,000 of waste daily. And we humbly want to plead that, Your Excellency, we will cluster these counties into regional clusters, and so that 5 counties can use this integrated waste park. Your Excellency, it might interest you to know that about 52,000 jobs can be created in a year through this kind of treatment plant. 30,000 jobs will be created from the collection of the waste, transporting, and then sweeping. 21,000 jobs will be created by the integrated waste management plant, and 1,800 will be created through the green jobs, data collection, monitoring, and validation of the carbon market. This year's theme for the People for Prosperity, that's the Devolution 2025, is inclusion and social justice. It's more than a slogan. It is a call for action to put people at the center to ensure that progress is fair, inclusive, and transformative. The African is capable of managing his own affairs. The mission goes beyond business and is about turning African waste crisis into a driver of jobs, climate action, prosperity. Together, Ghana and Kenya can build and sustain with waste management resources in the counties. There's nothing like waste. It's a misplaced resource. Just place it up and then you'll be able to recycle it. Today, I am confident that the next DEFCON 2027 will be able to talk about evidence of plant installed in all the counties. Your Excellency, kindly humbly permit me to watch a 1-minute video of the glimpse of how the equipment operates. Asante sana. Thank you.
Are expanding rapidly, alive with potential, yet burdened by a growing challenge. How do we manage waste sustainably as urbanization accelerates? At the Jospong Group of Companies, we have walked this path in Ghana. We have learned that real change begins on the ground.
The trucks comes in there and then offload the waste onto the bay. The wheel loader goes in there and scoop the waste from the receiving bay and then push it through to the apron feeder. The material flows through the shredder or the terminator. Then from there, it's also moved into another conveyor which runs through into what we call the trammer screen. There are human intervention whereby they try to sort out all the other materials that we need in terms of segregation of the waste.
Matured compost is bagged on site. This compost is excellent organic fertilizer for agriculture and horticulture. K-Cup can produce 3,000 bags of finished 50 kg compost daily. At the Plastics Recycling Center, the plastics undergo washing, shredding, extrusion, and pelletizing. The pellets are bagged and sold to plastics products manufacturers as raw material. Metals and paper are also further sorted by type and billed for customers in the metals and paper industries, respectively. This isn't just a plant. Behind these walls, we mine the black gold.
We came here as team governors. Purposely is because we want to, manage our solid waste. He was saying there is no more waste in terms of solid waste management. We are turning it to value.
The end result is not going to be something that is just county related. It is for every citizen, from your sewer problem that we have had to the waste problem that we have had, and most importantly, look at every single crisis that you have and how can you convert it into an opportunity. You convert an opportunity by creating jobs, by using the byproducts that are going to be coming up.
Today, with humility and hope, we bring those lessons, those systems, and that commitment to Kenya. Your Excellency, with our recycling and compost plant technology tailored for the African environment, we are setting up composting and recycling plants that recover up to 80% of municipal solid waste. In addition, we are addressing one of the toughest sanitation challenges by establishing fecal sludge and liquid waste treatment facilities. These plants will become critical infrastructure in urban and peri-urban communities, protecting public health and the environment. These are not just projects for us, they are partnerships and a shared dream of turning waste into opportunity. But our proudest achievement isn't the technology or infrastructure, it's the relationships we are building. We've walked side by side with our Kenyan partners, sharing knowledge, building capacity, and investing in people. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to the President of Kenya, His Excellency President William Ruto, the Council of Governors, and the good people of Kenya for their unwavering support. We deeply value this collaboration that promotes development and strengthens the ties between our two great nations. Together with the people of Kenya, we are proving that African-led solutions can redefine the future of sustainability on our continent.
Thank you very much, Jospong, an African solution to an African problem. Thank you very much. Now let me invite Ambassador Sebastian Groth, the Ambassador of Federal Republic of Germany to Kenya, and who also sits in as the co-chairperson of the Devolution Donor Working Group. Karibu sana Balozi.
Asante sana Bwana MC, Your Excellency President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Samuel Ruto, Chairman of the Council of Governors Ahmed Abdullahi, my dear friend Gladys, Governor of Homa Bay, who is hosting us today, all the other governors, members of the Kenyan government. I've seen Waziri Opio and his colleagues, PS, members of parliament, my fellow diplomats. Good morning and hamjambo. It's a great honor to join you at this year's Devolution conference, and I would like to congratulate all the decision makers that chose Homa Bay for this year. I come often to this region, to Kisumu, to Migori, Siaya, and Homa Bay. And the more often I come, the more I love the region, the people, and also the food. Ahero rech, gi kuon, gi osuga. And I sincerely thank you for the invitation to this important gathering and for the opportunity to engage with you. It is my deep belief that the counties, the governors, the MCAs, the local administrations, are the real champions of Kenya's evolved system of governance, and devolution truly has transformed Kenya in the last decade, bringing decision-making closer to communities and expanding opportunities for citizen engagement. From health to infrastructure to agriculture and climate resilience, the impact of devolution is tangible across the country. As development partners, we commend county governors and county assemblies for your leadership in advancing this transformative agenda. We also salute the Council of Governors and the State Department for Devolution, the Office of the Deputy President, for its vital role in fostering coordination among counties and the national government. The Devolution Conference is the central platform for recommitment to deepen and further develop devolution. And I think the theme of this year's gathering, For the People, for Prosperity, Devolution is a catalyst for equity, inclusion and social justice, powerfully captures what is at stake. After more than a decade of institution building, time has come to focus on devolution's ultimate purpose, improving the lives of the citizens of the Wananchi of this beautiful country of Kenya. And we have seen in the last month and 1.5 years the importance of listening to the voices of these Wananchis, especially the young people who are invested in the future of their country, and creating meaningful basis for engagement and responsiveness, including and especially on the county level, remains essential to building trust and strengthening democratic governance. Germany, through our technical cooperation agency, GIZ and KfW, is pleased to co-chair the Devolution Donor Working Group together with UNDP. And as development partners in the devolution space, we, the Devolution Donor Working Group, we would like to highlight a number of critical areas to the further success of the devolution. Firstly, as partners, we are convinced that the timely transfer of funds from the national to county governments is essential. Reliable resource flows are essential for counties to effectively deliver on their mandates and meet citizens' expectations. And I can tell you from the German experience that we know that this is not a very easy task. We have very rich regions like Bavaria and poorer ones in the northeast of the country. And every year there's a struggle for resources because in our constitution we have an obligation to equilibrate the conditions of living in the whole country. But of course, you give from the one and take from the one and give it to the others is always a very complex discussion, and also on the level of the federal government to the 16 regions that we have in Germany. But still it is essential for federalism or for devolution and decentralization. Secondly, we encourage increased efforts to generate own resource revenue with counties. Strengthening revenue collection systems is key to meeting development needs and reducing dependency on national allocations. And during the tour of the booth, we have seen very impressive technological advances that make it easier for the counties also to tap into these resources. Thirdly, we emphasize the importance of strengthening public financial management, transparency and accountability. Responsible resource use is fundamental to delivering concrete results. And finally, we underline the need for meaningful public participation, especially by women, youth and persons with disabilities. Their voices must be heard and included to ensure truly inclusive and responsive governance. Be assured, governors, MCAs, National Government of Kenya, Your Excellency the President, of our cooperation and our willingness in pursuing these important priorities. Our commitment to supporting devolution and deepening this partnership with the counties is strong. For Germany, devolution is one of our development cooperation priority areas. We are active in basically all the counties with different initiatives. One of them is a very important one. It's called FLOCA. It should strengthen the climate resilience on the local level, and I will visit some of these projects tomorrow in Kisumu County. To conclude, let me thank you once again for this important gathering. We enter now 3 days of discussion and reflection, but let us remember, devolution is not an event. Devolution is a continuous process, but strengthening institutions that deliver and that respond to citizens' needs, and about upholding a genuine partnership also between government and the people, and between government and counties and the development partners. It is in this process that I wish all attendees a successful and inspiring Devolution Conference 2025. Be assured that the partners remain committed. We will travel this journey together, and I'm very much looking forward to our cooperation. Thank you very much. Asanteni sana. Kamano.
Thank you very much, Balozi. Another round of appreciation for Balozi. Your Excellency, county assemblies play a very critical role in the devolution family, and I now want to invite the chairperson of the County Assemblies Forum, CAF, Honorable Seth Mwatela, to come and make his remarks, but also recognize the County Assemblies members present. Karibu sana, Bwana Speaker.
Your Excellency the President of the Republic of Kenya, distinguished leaders, fellow Kenyans, friends of devolution, on behalf of the County Assembly, allow me to begin by expressing our deepest gratitude to the Excellency, our President, the Senate, and the National Assembly. The recent passage, which is just today in the morning, of the County Public Finance Law Amendment Bill 2023, which we witnessed today in the morning, marks a historic turning point. This is a landmark legislation, Your Excellency, liberating the county assemblies from the executive dependency. It empowers us to fulfill our roles without fear or favor. Your Excellency, if I don't say this, the MCAs will discipline me. Your Excellency, this is a promise delivered, and we thank you. Your Excellency, the county assemblies are the heart of the soul of devolution. We are the most direct link between the government and the people. Our roles go beyond mere administration. They are fundamental to the success of devolution and the devolved governance. We are the ones who enact the law tailored to unique needs of our communities. And so far, it is important to note the county assemblies have enacted over 2,000 legislation since 2013. We have been providing oversight to ensure county executive is accountable and that the public funds are used wisely, and lastly, champion the interest of our constituents, ensuring their voice is heard and their concerns are addressed. Your Excellency, as we celebrate the devolution milestone, we must also acknowledge that there is more to be done to truly empower county assemblies and the people we serve. As County Assembly, we humbly request your support in the following critical areas. The first is the Ward Development Fund. The Ward Development Fund is the lowest unit in the development of our governance structure. The Constitution of Kenya is currently being amended to anchor CDF, NGAF, and the Senate. Oversight fund must be the oversight fund, but unfortunately, the Ward Development Fund was left out. We therefore request your support, together with the Senate and the National Assembly, to support so that we can secure the Ward Development Fund in the same amendment bill to ensure similar treatment is also accorded to the MCAs, just as the national legislators. This is not about us. It is not about us. It is about giving the MCAs the tool to address the development needs that at the ward level, ensuring that no community is left behind at the corners of this country. Your Honor, Our Excellency, the second is the pension for the MCAs. The work of an MCA is demanding, often taking a significant personal role. After years of service, our members deserve the security of dignity and dignified retirement. We appeal for your support in providing a comprehensive pension for the MCAs. The current legislation that has been forwarded to the National Assembly by the Senate does not address the pension needs of our members. Lastly, is to improve the remuneration of our members. We have engaged severally the SRC on many occasions and even developed a job evaluation for our members as agreed in March 2024. Our grading has never been done to reflect our job. We remain at the same level since inception of devolution, while other state officers, both at the county and the national level, have moved substantially. We therefore ask for your intervention to secure our remuneration commensurate to our constitutional duties. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, As we deliberate in the devolution conference, let us be bold in our resolution by reaffirming our commitment to oversight, accountability, and financial independence, not as mere aspiration, but as fundamental pillars of our democracy. The strength of devolution lies in strong, independence, and well-resourced counties. I want to stop there. I want to thank you, Your Excellency, the National Assembly, the Senate, and may God bless Kenya and the spirit of devolution. Asanteni sana, erokamano. Honorable members, I want to recognize all the honorable members from all the county assemblies. They can just stand so that we can recognize all of you. Your Excellency, I can assure you, we have 47 members from the county assemblies represented herein. We thank you and asante sana. Thank you.
Let's appreciate the chairman of CAF. I now want to invite the Principal Secretary in State Department of Devolution, Michael Lenasalon, to come and make his remarks. Karibu sana Bwana PS.
Your Excellency, the President of Kenya, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, CGH, Honorable Governors, Cabinet Secretaries, Principal Secretaries, Senators and Members of Parliament, Speakers and Members of County Assemblies, Development Partners, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Jodurua Maso, Umor, I'm honored to join you in Homa Bay, the county of endless potential, for the 9th Devolution Conference and the 2nd biennial conference. United under the powerful theme, for the people, for prosperity, devolution as a catalyst for equity, inclusion, and social justice. This year's theme resonates with the objects of devolution, which are fundamental ideas on which our devolved system of governance is anchored. Devolution is about equity, inclusion, and social justice. It is about ensuring that no Kenyan is left behind, regardless of their geographic location, gender, ethnicity, disability, status, or socio-economic background. Since inception, devolution has transformed our governance landscape. It has brought public services closer to the people, accelerated development at the grassroots level, especially for initially marginalized communities, and provided opportunities for participatory governance. Yet, as our sub-theme challenges us, we must now re-engineer county governments to go further. That means to innovate, collaborate, and dismantle the stubborn socio-economic divide that persists. This way, the potential of county governments shall be fully harnessed. Ladies and gentlemen, the State Department for Devolution remains committed to supporting the effective implementation of devolution by empowering county governments to deliver services optimally. One of the key initiatives that the State Department is currently implementing is the second Kenya Devolution Support Program. The program supports counties to improve service delivery, resource management, and institutional accountability. KDSP2 will help boost Kenya's fiscal sustainability by supporting mechanisms for enhancing county-owned source revenue management and improving public expenditure transparency and effectiveness. Additionally, the program is supporting the automation of various manual or government processes, including the automation of exchequer releases, revenue collection, and payroll management. The resultant systems such as human resource information system and digital revenue platforms will improve credibility and accountability of government processes and services. The manual processes have historically caused inefficiencies, translating to mismanagement of resources. KDSP2 will establish a performance management culture in counties. This will be supported through an integrated performance management framework and system standardization performance in government. Counties will be incentivized to undertake monitoring of performance contracts and cascading of the performance contracts to the lowest level. To strengthen participation of citizens in governance, the program aims to support the quality of citizen participation and feedback mechanism on service delivery, thereby improving the quality of life for the people of Kenya. The investment dashboards being supported by KDSP2 will facilitate the tracking of county projects implementation and provide an opportunity for real-time citizen feedback. Another key initiative by the State Department for Devolution is the Strengthening Good Governance in Kenya program. Together with other stakeholders and development partners, that is the EU and GIZ, SDD will employ innovative methods through incentivizing county government to instill the culture of good governance. Central to good governance is performance management, which must be rooted in credible evidence that guides county planning, priority setting, and decision making. Through this program, standards and norms that are critical to harmonization of service delivery across the devolved units will be established. Since citizens are the center of performance management, this program is supporting civic education to empower them in oversighting the government in service delivery. Additionally, the crucial role the county assemblies play in oversight, ensuring that resources are used as intended, will be strengthened by building their capacity in budget scrutiny. Ladies and gentlemen, the full potential of devolution calls for reimagining and rethinking governance through opportunities that are available all there with the advancement of technology. Firstly, I will list some of them: embedding performance culture, institutionalizing performance management across county operations, and linking budget execution directly to service delivery outcomes. Secondly, creating climate smart cities, utilizing satellite monitoring for urban planning compliance. Your Excellency, the human resource alone is not enough, so we need also to leverage on technology, and also transforming waste management systems into circular economies, as already outlined by previous speakers. Scaling wetland and river restoration, like the model, Nairobi River model, which is on track and very effective. Your Excellency, the rule book for cities should also be re-engineered, because with a big rule book, then, for example, the Nairobi Rivers, the vision and the citizen involvement and the action is just what's needed, not the, so the governance needs also to be re-engineered for the county cities. Advancing agricultural innovation. 3, establishing county-based food production systems, ecosystems, and implementing spatial planning for sustainable land use. 4, democratizing healthcare access, deploying AI and Internet of Things diagnostics at lower level hospitals, and leveraging drone logistics for medical supply chains, as we have seen in Homa Bay. Realizing this collective vision requires creating frameworks for county innovation funds, facilitating public-private co-creation platforms, and strengthening citizen engagement through open governance tools. This conversation continues with enhancing coordination of national devolution programs, peer learning, and multi-stakeholder technical support frameworks for the people, for prosperity, and for collective future. Asanteni sana na Mungu abariki.
Asante sana, tumpigie makofi Bwana PS. I now want to take...
Excellency Governors and Deputy Governors, Members of Parliament, my colleagues from the Senate, Members of County Assembly, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I have a big and beautiful speech here, but I will request that I table it so that it forms part of the records of this devolution conference. And then I will utilize this opportunity just to welcome you to Homa Bay County with great pride, with great pleasure, with great privilege. 3 years ago, you would never have imagined that Homa Bay could host a devolution conference. Indeed, it's almost exactly 3 years ago since Gladys Wanga was elected the governor. And when we sat in that hall waiting for the results to come, we said, by the way, one day we could host a Devolution conference. And I thought it would happen in her 2-term, not in her 1-term. And it has come sooner, earlier than we expected. And this morning, when I was going through the Bible, I reflected on an interesting conversation between Nathaniel and Philip. It is in the book of John. Philip tells Nathaniel that a good thing has happened in Nazareth. And Nathaniel, being the cynic, asks, what good can come out of Nazareth? And Philip responds, come and see. What good can come out of Homa Bay? I am glad that you have come, and I am sure that you have seen that this county is truly the county of endless potential. And it is not just our human resource. You have seen our natural resources, the beauty of our land, how productive it is. I know the land brokers in the room are seeing the potential. My friend, the chair of this committee organizing the conference, Governor Kahiga, has promised that he's coming back with land brokers from Nyeri to split the land into small 50 by 100 and then sell. Of course, there is so much here that we cannot exploit ourselves as sons and daughters of Homa Bay. And so we are open. We welcome all Kenyans. We welcome all Africans, including our brothers from Ghana. We welcome the development partners. Homa Bay is open for business. Kenya is open for business. Each of our 47 counties is beautiful. Good things do not only come from Homa Bay. Sometimes we look upon the small endowments that God has given us. The potatoes from Nyandarua, the rice from Kirinyaga, the gold in Migori, the savorite in Taita Taveta, where my friend Mwadime has a problem with the girls. He says the short ones are quarrelsome, but he has told me that he has apologized on that slip of the tongue. The oil in Turkana, each of our 47 counties has got something good, just the same way something good came out of Nazareth. Your Excellency, when you talked of the bottom-up economic transformation model, I believe that devolution would be the channel for delivering development bottom-up, delivering development to the grassroots, and it still remains the surest way of empowering the people and empowering communities. Your Excellency, I don't want to say much. The Speaker of the Senate is present and will make the formal presentation and will also introduce the senators present because he's the head of the institution. The Governor of Homa Bay is present and she will also introduce and acknowledge all the leaders who have come from Homa Bay County. All the elected members of Parliament, National Assembly and Senate from Homa Bay are here. We have given Governor Gladys Wanga full, unlimited and unconditional support. And that is why she has been able to host Madaraka Day and host Devolution Conference with so much success. Allow me to apologize if there has been any indiscretion, if there has been anywhere or in any way we have fallen short of your expectation. I apologize on behalf of the people of Homa Bay. For a long time, this county, this region, has been the black sheep of the family called Kenya. Past governments have looked at this region, have looked at this county with the cynicism of Nathaniel, and they've always asked, what good can come from Nyanza? What good can come from the people of Homa Bay? And what good can come from the people of Luoland? Perhaps I might not tell them to come and see, but I will tell them to wait and see. Because President Ruto, you have made it your business to come and find out the good in this region. And you have just not been talking, you have done things. When you drive around this Homa Bay town, for those who are here for the first time, 3 years ago, we didn't have 90% of the tarmac you are seeing here. 3 years ago, we didn't have 90% of some of the public infrastructure you are seeing here. We thank you, Your Excellency. Good things will come from Homa Bay. Just wait and see. That's all the politics I'm doing today. And when it comes to matters of policy, I will allow the Speaker of the Senate to do so. But Your Excellency, just allow me, because the Devolution Donor Working Group have spoken, I thought they would talk about how fast we process some of the instruments that are required to draw on donor support. I want to commit and I want to promise the Devolution Donor Working Group that we have had a conversation as a Senate, and we had that conversation with CS Mbadi last week, that we must find a more efficient way of processing conditional and unconditional grants so that counties can draw on them in a timeous manner. Your Excellency, I'm glad that in this financial year, we never fought over DORA. DORA was assented to on the 30th of June. Perhaps that's a record, because in the first year of DORA, we even had to go to court. This gentleman here called Sang is the one who led us to court, and it was very contentious. For the first time, the formula for allocation of revenue amongst county governments was not contentious. It was passed very fast. For the first time, CARA has been processed very swiftly, and CS Mbadi had assured us that counties would start getting money. Good things are happening in Jerusalem. To the county assemblies, the President has assented to a bill which was privately sponsored by Senator for Meru, the Deputy Speaker, Senator Kathuri, is the originator of that bill that has provided autonomy to county assemblies. And Mr. President, again, history has been made that bills have been assented to in Homa Bay for the first time. I don't know whether that has ever happened before. Something good is happening in Nazareth. To the governors, our friends, we will continue to fight for additional resources to counties, because we believe that money is not personal money. It is money that goes to the people. We in the Senate call for greater efficiency, greater focus on service. We must have a conversation with a few of our friends or a few counties which are beginning to look like payroll stations rather than development centers. That is a conversation that we must have. And finally, to my friends in Parliament, we must hold the executive to account. Parliament is not a branch of the executive. We must be bold, whether the experts are our friends or not. We have passed legislation, and Your Excellency, if you look at even the health laws, the Senate passed the 4 laws when you are sitting in Turkana. We went for Senate Mashinani in Turkana. We are the ones who have passed the legislation. So we should not be mourning like the common man, yet we are the ones who came up with the framework. Our job is to call the ministers. And Your Excellency, if Duale cannot fix this thing, if Olunga cannot fix this thing, if Dr. Nyikal, chairing the health committee, cannot fix this thing, then we've got a problem somewhere. We must make these things work. It is our duty, it is our responsibility. They are laws that we passed, and we must make sure that it works. To the Council of Governors, I can also promise you a proper thrashing at the next Devolution conference. May God be with you, and may you enjoy, and it's a thrashing in football. It's in football, let me qualify that. And may you enjoy the beauty and the warmth of Homa Bay County. Thank you.
Another round of applause for Senator Kajwang, one of the most popular senators among governors. It's now my humble responsibility to invite our host, Governor, Her Excellency Governor Gladys Wanga. Let's appreciate Wanga. She has pulled Kenya to Homa Bay. Karibu sana, Gladys.
Thank you very much, Governor Sang. Your Excellency, President of the Republic of Kenya, Your Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto, the Speaker of the Senate, Honorable Amason Jaffa Kingi, the governors present, led by the Chair of the Council of Governors, His Excellency FCPA Ahmed Abdullahi, the Vice Chair, His Excellency Mutahi Kahiga, members of Parliament, Senate and the National Assembly are present, cabinet secretaries and principal secretaries, members of the Judiciary, Constitutional Commissions and independent officers present, deputy governors, county executive committee members, members of county assemblies and speakers, members of the diplomatic corps, development partners, private sector, academia and civil society, my one and only first gentleman there, Mr. Wanga, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. God is good. I'm really delighted to welcome you all to Homa Bay. Your Excellency, when Governor Sang was talking about how governors lost to the Senate yesterday, we didn't only lose the match, I also lost my voice in the process of cheering the governors who are not winning anyway, after all. Your Excellency, allow me to introduce the local leaders present here. This hosting would not have been possible without the support of the leadership of this county, of this region, both in the National Assembly, Senate, and County Assembly. So I'd ask those members to please rise so that I can introduce you and just acknowledge you. Members of Parliament from the region, this hosting is not for Homa Bay alone. It is for this entire region. We have Honorable Rosa Buyu, MP for Kisumu West, Honorable Dr. Ivo Bara, MP for Kabondo Kasipul, Honorable Whip of the National Assembly, Honorable Millie Mabona, MP for Suba North, Honorable Peter Francis Masara, Member of Parliament for Suna West, Honorable Dr. Christine Ombaka, Member of Parliament for Siaya County, Honorable Fatuma Mohammed, Member of Parliament for Migori County, Honorable Martin Owino, Ward Chief, Member of Parliament for Ndiwa, Honorable Dipo Okwome, Member of Parliament for Karachuonyo, Honorable Dr. Joyce Osogo Bensuda, Member of Parliament for Homa Bay County, Honorable Mark Nyamita, Member of Parliament for Wiri, Honorable Sarah Tandi, Chair of Budget Committee and Member of Parliament for Alego Usonga, Honorable Peter Opondokaluma, our host MP for Homa Bay Town Constituency, Honorable Catherine Muma, Senator nominated from Kisumu County, Honorable Senator Eddie Okech, Senator for Migori County, Honorable Senator for Homa Bay, who has spoken, Senator Kajuang, Honorable Dr. Lillian Gogo, Member of Parliament for Rangwe. Thank you very much. Please be seated. I saw our majority leader and speaker in the crowd there, Honorable Speaker of the County Assembly of Homa Bay, Polika Pokombo, and Honorable Majority Leader Ogindo Tipo. Your Excellency, it is my profound honor to welcome you to the Lake County of Homa Bay, the county of endless potential. We are privileged to host the 9th Devolution Conference 2025, a vibrant platform for innovation and measuring progress for devolution in Kenya. In line with the theme of the conference, for the people, for prosperity, we sincerely thank the Council of Governors, my colleague governors, for the opportunity to host DevCon 2025. It was not an easy decision, but we thank you for believing in Homa Bay, despite the fact that we might have been considered one of the counties that may be too small to host. We thank you for the vote of confidence. Your Excellency, allow me at this very early opportunity to thank you immensely for your partnership in transforming Homa Bay County to make it a county that could be considered to host this conference. As Senator Kajuang has correctly pointed out, a lot of the transformation in this county has happened in the last 3 years. Your Excellency, when you first visited Homa Bay on 16th, on an official development tour on 16th of January 2023, 3/4 of the development that we are seeing in Homa Bay County was not here. Your Excellency, at that point in time, there was no broad-based government, there was no partnership. I was an opposition governor. You were the president of the to the people of Homa Bay. You had no intention of leaving Homa Bay or any other part of this country behind simply because of how we voted in the election in which you are elected as President of the Republic of Kenya. Excellency, partnership with the national government. Excellency, today as we drove to the county headquarters and we were coming back, I could see 2 lines of vehicles on one side and 2 lines of vehicles on the other side. The dueling of the main highway in this Homa Bay town, which would have about Your Excellency because of your support. Whether it's the lakefront, I invite all delegates to go and have a sumptuous meal of fish. The transformation of that has been because of the partnership that we have had together. Your Excellency, all the roads and infrastructure that we see in this town and beyond. Thank you, Your Excellency, for your partnership. And I'd like to say to all the delegates here, Karibuni sana Homa Bay, Arwako u Homa Bay County. Your Excellency, in reflecting on our journey, 15 years ago, Devolution was enshrined in the Constitution 2010 as a transformative force to bring development and services closer to Kenyans. If devolution were a person, it would be a spirited teenager, vibrant, curious, and occasionally challenging. The impact of devolution is undeniable, with stories of progress written across our 47 counties. Devolution is a key pillar of our constitution, and it is befitting that this DevCon is held here in Homa Bay, the home of Dr. Odhiambo Mbai, the architect of the Devolution Committee during the constitutional review exercise. And Your Excellency, we thank you because this morning you met the family of Dr. Odhiambo Mbai as we unveiled a plaque, a commemorative plaque at the Arboretum. Our task is to make devolution work for all Kenyans, deliver equity, inclusion, and social justice, closing the socio-economic divide, delivering on the sustainable development goals of leaving no one behind. As we celebrate devolution during DevCon, we celebrate the national unity and diversity of Kenya as one nation. And I'd also like to thank you, Your Excellency, President and Right Honorable Raila Odinga, for consistently demonstrating transformational leadership for celebrating devolution. When I assumed office in August 2022, I knew the public expected results as I ran on a Genoa manifesto of hope. Results not just in infrastructure, but in tangible services and opportunities for Homa Bayans. Our pro-people, ward-based programs have touched many households. Your Excellency, this morning as you visited our stand, at the Homa Bay stand, you saw that we were celebrating 96 days, straight days of no single mother lost in Homa Bay due to maternal mortality. Your Excellency, this is due to the intensive programs that we have invested together with your government in community health promoters, coming all the way to a robust SHAP program, Your Excellency, and an MPDSR program, a weekly a partnership with the Council of Governors. Every Tuesday and doctors and the health workers review among themselves and help themselves. And I'm really, really proud that the 96th day has reached without us losing a single mother, because we used our own source revenue that grew by over 700%, 859 million in the financial year 2022-2023, and over 1 billion in 2023-2024, and a high of 1.7 billion in 2024-2025 to fund critical services. We are constructing a 5-story accident and emergency block at the level 5 hospital at the Homa Bay County and Referral Hospital, set to be operational by year end, reducing referral times and improving trauma care. We are addressing infant and maternal mortality, as I've mentioned, and combating the triple threat of GBV, HIV, and teenage pregnancies. Your Excellency, you recently signed, Your Excellency, devolved funds are insufficient to realize our county visions. So we seek deeper collaborations in agriculture and trade to position Homa Bay as a global player. The Riwa City Special Economic Zone, our flagship agro-processing zone that hosts the county aggregation and industrial park, promises 14,150 direct jobs and 90,000 indirect opportunities to our local communities. We urge for prioritization, Your Excellency, of the horizontal infrastructure at the Special Economic Zone. Our key value chains, Your Excellency, in Homa Bay include fish, cotton, edible oils, sunflower, millet, sugar, sweet potatoes, pineapples, and livestock and groundnuts. We are pushing our value chains up, and we have seen the growth of production in leaps and bounds in the last 2 years. Your Excellency, you recently signed the Economic Partnership Agreement for trade with the European Union. With CAIPs and improved productivity of the agricultural value chains, we can enhance the trade volumes. Kenya is trading far lower volumes compared to countries like South Africa. The answer lies in 50-50 sharing of the agriculture funds. The national government charged with policy making should take 50%, leaving 50% to counties to revolutionize agriculture for food security, agro-processing, trade, job creation, and enhancing farmers' incomes, thus fighting poverty. Your Excellency, we need to worry about powering investments and industries like the Riwa Special Economic Zone. The nuclear power project to be implemented in Siaya will be a game changer for the entire region and country. It is expected to supply reliable, affordable, and sustainable power for economic growth. We support the nuclear power project's full implementation for the future of the whole region. Nuclear power will support our agro-processing agenda, powering investments and industries that we need for job creation. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, Homa Bay is a model of devolution's potential. Let me share on 3 critical success factors for our county. One is the unity of purpose for the county leadership. You heard the Senator saying that we all work together as a team to move our county forward. Second is support of the county assembly. And third is the secret of partnerships, from the national government to development partners to the private sector to the civil society. We are a county of partnerships, and we thank all our partners, many of them present here today. The story of Homa Bay is the story of devolution. A little-known county, Mwisho wa Lami, is hosting DevCon. This is the story of each of our 47 counties, and this is the story that we want for Kenya as we engage in the next few days of the conference. My apologies, Your Excellency, and have to punish the governors who are not playing too well and made me cheer too hard. In implementing devolution, we have revitalized Homa Bay, positioning it as a hub for business and investment with ambition to achieve city status in the next decade. Our lakefront development, including upgrading of the Homa Bay Pier, supported by the national government, is drawing visitors to the Bay of Endless Potential. We have strategically relocated our new county headquarters to Arujo, Your Excellency, which you opened this morning. The county headquarters is a project we have in partnership with the County Pensions Fund, based on Article 207 of the Constitution under a tenant purchase agreement. The new county headquarters is part of our larger vision to make Homa Bay a city, to clear out the lakefront of administrative offices, take them up and leave the lakefront open for hospitality, in line with our vision to become the Cape Town of Kenya, within the decade. Your Excellency, in closing, in the spirit of inclusion, as part of our pre-conference events, we had a very, very strong and candid youth baraza with our youth that were supported from all across the country by SHOFCO and SHOFCO who are present here today. Your Excellency, they have generated points of a memorandum and a communique, which I am sure at the appropriate time they will hand over to the appropriate place, Your Excellency. I thank Shofco for ensuring that we have brought our youth on board, and we also did launch our youth policy yesterday, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, at the home of Gor Mahia, I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate Harambee Stars for their impressive performance so far in the matches, Your Excellency. And I'd like to thank you for motivating them and supporting them. We all wish we were players, because in the next couple of weeks we would all have been great millionaires. But Your Excellency, we congratulate Harambee Stars and we thank you for nurturing sport in the country. Let me take this opportunity to once again welcome you all to Homa Bay. Please do enjoy yourselves. Don't restrict yourself to the conference venue alone. We have the Paya there, we have the islands of Rusinga, we have the Love Island of Takawiri for those who came with their better halves. We have the Ruma National Park, we have Simbi Nyaima, the Crater Lake, we have the Bala Hot Springs. There will be people to direct you to enjoy your experience in Homa Bay. Thank you very much and God bless you.
Another super applause for our host. Asante sana, Governor Wanga. It's now my honor to invite the our vice chair, who also happened to have been the chairman of the steering committee, to come and give us a status on action points for the 2023 Devolution Conference and introduce the steering committee. Karibu sana, Bwana Kaiga. Daktari Kaiga, Governor Nyeri.
Thank you very much, our whip, Governor Sang. Your Excellency, Honorable Dr. William Samoei Ruto, the President of the Republic of Kenya, the Honorable Amason Kingi, Speaker of the Senate, Excellency Governors and Deputy Governors, Cabinet Secretaries, Honorable Members of the Senate and National Assembly, representatives of constitutional commissions and independent offices, leaders of Homa Bay County and the Greater Nyanza region, ambassadors and high commissioners, principal secretaries, members of the county assemblies, all national government and county government representatives, private sector and civil society representatives and development partners, international delegates, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. On behalf of the entire 2025 Devolution Conference Steering Committee, I take this opportunity to welcome you, Your Excellency, President William Ruto, to the 9th Devolution Conference and the 2nd biannual Devolution Conference. I also take this opportunity to extend a warm welcome to my fellow governors who are present with their deputies and respective county leaders. Your immense support to make Devolution Conference 2025 a reality is appreciated. To all the national executive representatives attending this conference, your presence in Homa Bay County is proof that Kenya's devolved system of governance is rooted in consultation, cooperation, collaboration, and coordination. I know that the legislature at both levels of government is represented here too. Your voices in the anticipated discussions will be crucial, since for us to entrench equity, inclusion, and social justice, the public purse must be distributed to the lowest levels and reach the most vulnerable of populations. Your Excellency, this year, the participation of the civil society organizations has been much more than previous conferences. This was deliberate so that this event can begin to be more inclusive. I am confident that this year many diverse voices will be heard and that our communique will capture varied resolutions and bring more institutions at the implementation table. At this time, allow me, Your Excellency, to recognize the team that led the preparations of this the auditorium to clap for you. The esteemed steering committee was chaired by myself and its membership comprised of Governor Gladys Wanga, Senator Catherine Muma, thank you, Senator Beatrice Ogola, the Principal Secretary, Mr. Michael Enasalon, the Honorable Chege Mwaura, Secretary General of the County Assemblies Forum, Ms. Gloria Wawera, Chief Executive Officer of the National Council, Youth Council, and Mr. Tom Were of ACT. Allow me to also recognize the Chair of the Planning Committee, Ms. Mary Moiti, the CEO of COG Operations, Asanteni Sana, and like they say here, Erokamano, you can enhance coordination. Automation and digitalization of services was the second one, and county governments have automated services in different sectors. Moranga, Kisumu, Makueni and counties have fully automated their services, while other counties have partially done it. The e-citizen has brought together over 16,000 government services, and this comprehensive digital platform integrates services from more than 100 ministries, counties, departments and agencies, streamlining access for citizens and residents across Kenya. The third one was own source revenue. Counties collected Kenya shillings 58.95 billion. In the 47 counties are currently automating their revenue systems to enhance transparency and zero leakages in revenue collection. On number 5, which is transfer of county functions, the unbundled functions were gazetted under Gazette Notice number 219 dated 16 December 2024. What remains pending is the costing process, which will pave way for adequate resourcing of county functions. On legislation of land and bridging the gender gap in land ownership, the National Land Information System, dubbed ISASA, was successfully rolled out in Nairobi County, Mombasa Island and Mombasa County, and some parts of Moranga County. County governments have also established land information management systems like Kajiado, Makueni and Moranga counties. The Adhi Haki Mob app in Taita Taveta County and the mobile-based reporting tool in Kakamega County are some of the innovative interventions implemented within the 2-year period that aggregate real-time data on women's land tenure issues. Kakamega, Busia, Nairobi and Mombasa counties, in partnership with Athi kwa Kina Mama, AKMA project led by We Effect, implemented a project aimed at increasing women's access to land rights by establishing safe spaces for grassroots land rights defenders within the reporting period. And the other one is strengthening primary health care and community health services. 227 primary care networks are operational, and the National Treasury has included the community health promoter stipends in the additional allocations to county governments from national government's share of revenue in the financial year 2024-25. The Cabinet Directive of 21st January directed mergers of health programs to avoid duplication, and we thank you, Your Excellency. We are creating a conducive environment for the youth to carry out business. The government has developed the Creative Economic Support Bill 2024 and is currently at the public participation stage. Further, to boost local talent and earning, Nairobi County has initiated programs to support artists and content creators by providing affordable access to public spaces for performance and exhibitions. This includes subsidized fees and streamlined permit processes. Street photography and street dancing are now permitted. Mombasa County, on the other hand, has several creative hubs, including the Mombasa Innovation Hub, Swahili Port Hub, Jukwa Arts, among others. On forestry and tree growing, the Ministry of Environment, Climate Change and Forestry has undertaken mapping of both tree and forest cover in the country to inform the tree growing targets of achieving 30% tree cover by 2032. Ladies and gentlemen, I applaud all stakeholders and partners who facilitated the full implementation of the 2023 communique. Any ongoing efforts must be concluded. The full matrix containing the status of all the 2023 resolutions can be accessed at the Marifa Center, the knowledge hub for COG. To maintain momentum, we must strengthen intergovernmental collaboration to fast-track pending legislation and ensure equitable resource allocation. There is also need to deepen engagement with the private sector to bridge funding gaps. Number 20, let us recommit to this collective endeavor, ensuring that the resolutions of the Devolution Conference 2025 will continue to build on the progress we have witnessed and spurs to greater heights in championing devolution. I wish all of the delegates a wonderful time at this conference. Thank you very much.
Let's appreciate the chairman of the steering committee, Governor Kaiga. At this point, I want to invite Governor Moranga to come and showcase a county innovation as the technical team also prepare the devolution video that will come shortly after. Karibu Governor Irungu Kangata.
Your Excellency, President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Ruto, my fellow governors, led by our chair and our vice, and the host governor, the other colleagues, senators, and also every other protocol established, including the county assembly. Allow me to, there's a request made that Moranga showcases various innovation in technology. Whoever has the system can put them up. Your Excellency, Moranga County has automated various systems through our own internal staff. The first innovation was in revenue collection. On your left side are various revenue streams, whether parking, market, quarrying, land, vet services. So that then means if you pay, we see this, whether parking, market, quarrying, land, vet services. This live data. So in the middle part, that is where you see the various collected data. For example, you can be able to know how many vehicles have been parked in Moranga County at any given time and how much money has been paid. Next slide is a single business permit and liquor. So if you own a business in Moranga, you go to the internet, you apply, you print your permit. You don't have to come to the county headquarters to pay for single business permit. The third one, Your Excellency, is a land management system. Anyone who wants to pay for building permit, lease, subdivision, transfer application of any plot. Again, you go onto the internet, you load in your documents, including your architectural designs. We process this via internet, and then you print your document, and you go home and you're able to see how much money has come to the county of Moranga. The other one, Your Excellency, is on fleet management. Moranga County, just like other counties, has about 100 motor vehicles. So we put this system to monitor where they are. So if you overspeed, we are able to monitor you. If you enter into a pub, we just send a text and the vehicle stalls. We are able, if there is an accident, we can play back whether you're on the right track, you're overspeeding, and we are able to get that evidence. This has led to the reduction of number of accidents and also improved drivers' behavior. The other one is Inua Mkulima. Your Excellency, this one was made in partnership with Cooperative Bank of Kenya, where we give our farmers, those who are in milk and mango, subsidy money, so that when they go to a pre-qualified shop, they are able to redeem certain farm inputs. For example, animal feeds, even food stuff. So it is a technology that is mobile based. So when you go to a certain shop, this is the card we give them. So you give it, if you're a member of that program, your money will be deducted, which has been preloaded in that e-wallet. That supports milk and mango value chains in Moranga. The other one is a file management portal. This is our own internal system in the county government. We have another one for hospitals. We are able to now know how many patients are visiting our health facilities at any given time. We have about 150 facilities. So, for instance, now you can see we have 6,487 patients now. In the middle part, that is the diseases that have taken them there. At the end, the money they have paid us today, whether by M-Pesa or SHA claims, this system was made together with the Ministry of Health, and I thank my friend Mr. Jared because he's currently in all 157 medical facilities. Allow me to end there because they are many, but just to give what are the downside of the problems we encounter. Number one is unstable internet. We hope that our service provider will be able to stabilize internet. Secondly is unstable power. We have been compelled to now solarize our health facilities so that when we have a problem in the national grid, our systems continue functioning. Thank you.
Another round for applause to Irungu Kanata. It's now my pleasure to invite Right Honorable Speaker of the Senate, Amason Jeffa Kingi, to come and make his remarks and address us. Karibu sana Bwana Speaker. And he will also have the opportunity to introduce the members of Parliament, both Senate and the National Assembly present.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, in the interest of time, allow me to adopt the protocols already established by the speakers who spoke before me. Your Excellency, before I make my brief remarks, allow me to introduce the team from the Senate, and I hope my eyesight won't fail me. We'll start with the Deputy Speaker and Senator for Meru County, the Honorable Senator Kathuri Murungi, the host Senator, Senator Kajwang Moses Otieno, the Senator for Nandi, Senator Samson Cherargei Kiprotich, Senator Dr. Boni Khalwale, Senator for Kakamega, Senator Faki Munyehaji, Senator for Mombasa, Senator Eddie Okech for Migori, Senator Catherine Muma Muyeka, Senator Maureen Tabitha Mutinda, Senator Hamida Ali Kibwana, Senator Julius Murgo, Senator Montate Batuli Betty, Senator Kisang, Senator Esther Anyeni Okenyuri, Senator Beth Siengo Kalunda, Senator Jackson Mandago, Senator Danson Buya Mungatana of Tana River, Senator Abbas Sheikh Mohammed, Senator Mbugua. Those are the senators who are with us here today. Further, Your Excellency, before I make my short remarks, I have been given a request that I should place before you. In keeping with your generosity, Your Excellency, that has been witnessed by Kenyans for the past couple of weeks, where you extended some appreciation to the national team, Harambee Stars, for every match that they win. The Senate team, having beaten the governors, they are wishing to be considered in that appreciation token. The team comprises of 16 members. If that is agreeable, Your Excellency, I may pass by the State Lodge to collect 16 million for the team. And I know it's possible. Thank you, Your Excellency. 16 million for the team. And I know it's possible. Thank you, Your Excellency. transformative governance shift since independence. That is devolution. We gather here to mark 14 years since the birth of devolved governance, a constitutional promise to bring government closer to the people and to ensure equitable development and to reverse decades of marginalization. As partners in the devolution space, our gathering here today and this entire week is not a matter of routine, but a national obligation. For devolution is about every lives of our people. The theme of the conference, that is for the people, for prosperity, devolution and as a catalyst for equity, inclusion and social justice, is not just a slogan. It is a call to action and resonates with the realities of our time. It reminds us that devolution is not about systems or structures. It is about people. It is about the mother in Turkana who now accesses maternal health care at a local health facility. It is about the youth of Homa Bay County accessing vocational training. It is about the farm in Embu receiving extension services without having to travel to Nairobi. The sub-theme, re-engineering county governments to accelerate development and bridge the socio-economic divide, demands responsive and people-centered. It is a call to disrupt mediocrity, embrace technology, promote innovation, and be accountable stewards of the public trust. Your Excellency, we promulgated the Constitution of Kenya in 2010 and operationalized it in 2013. We reimagined a Kenya where no county, no village, no Kenyan will be left behind. We moved away from a centralized, top-down approach that had for decades marginalized communities and deepened inequalities. In its place, we embrace a model of governance that is participatory, inclusive, and closer to the people. And while the journey has not been perfect, it has been profoundly transformational. Healthcare services, once centralized and overstretched, and now within reach of millions. County governments have constructed over 1,000 health centers, recruited thousands of health workers, and enhanced immunization coverage and maternal health. Infrastructure development has flourished. Counties have built thousands of kilometers of rural roads, enabling farmers to access markets and people to move with ease. Early childhood education, water provision, agricultural extension services, and local economic development all have experienced rejuvenation because of county-level planning and execution. Above all, citizen participation in governance has deepened. Today, a resident of Wajir, Lamu, Nyandarua, or Vihiga has a say in how resources are allocated in their ward, an unthinkable reality 2 decades ago. At the heart of these gains, Your Excellency, stands the Senate, the constitutional protector of counties and their governments, as proclaimed in Article 96 of our Constitution. In line with its mandate, the Senate has recorded the following milestones. It has allocated close to Kenya shilling 4 trillion cumulatively to counties through the Division of Revenue County Allocation Revenue Acts. Oversighted the use of these funds through the standing committees of the Senate. It has championed legislation that have empowered counties, enabling them to cooperate efficiently. The County Public Finance Laws Amendment Act, a key legislation that guarantees financial autonomy to our county assemblies and further anchors their role of oversight, legislation and representation at the county level, has finally become a reality after Your Excellency did assent to it this morning. We thank you for that. It is no doubt, Your Excellency, that without the Senate, devolution would be a shell. With the Senate, devolution has become a shield for the aspiration of many Kenyans. Indeed, at this juncture, allow me to applaud our senators for working tirelessly in building consensus to navigate very complicated tasks as they execute their mandates. A good example is the collective effort and team spirit that characterized the debate and passing of the fourth revenue sharing formula for counties for the year 2025, 2026 to 2029, 2030. This was a profound departure from the past. Such an exercise was riddled with acrimony and laced with political differences. Your Excellency, yet even as we celebrate these achievements, we must confront the hard truths mirrored in the following realities. These are the threats to devolution. 1. Corruption and weak accountability systems in some counties continue to threaten and erode public trust in devolution. Failure, regrettably so, failure by some governors to heed invitation by the Senate to come to the Senate to account for the resources placed in their hands not only erodes the good working relationship within the devolution family, but also is detrimental to the noble goals of devolution. Regrettably, Your Excellency, we have seen cases where Senate committees have had to encounter hostilities when they visit counties in exercise of their oversight mandate. Very regrettable. Duplication of rules and power struggles between national and county governments undermine efficiency and cooperative governance. Inadequate on-source revenue mobilization by counties has left them over-dependent on the exchequer, limiting innovation and self-reliance. Wrangles within the county assemblies, which sabotages work delivery. Your Excellency, a case in point is the county of Nyamira, where at some point we had 2 county assemblies, 2 clerks and 2 speakers. Disbursements of funds to counties and politicization of county development priorities, which often sidelines community needs. Your Excellency, to secure the next decade of devolution, we must act decisively and collectively to deal with these threats. Distinguished participants, devolution was never meant to be a destination. It is a continuous journey, one that requires vigilance, courage, and commitment. Let us know.
Thank you very much, our Whip. Your Excellency, I will ride on the protocols already observed before me, but I just want to, before my speech, ask the deputy governors, because I think other groups have been asked to, have been appreciated, to also stand so that we know the deputy governors who are here. We can appreciate you in totality, deputy governors. Thank you very much. Please let's appreciate our deputy governors who are here. Your Excellency, when my sister was here, Gladys Wanga, host governor, I think because of the small element of stage fright that we all have and the fact that we're putting her under pressure to save on time, she forgot to introduce her deputy governor. I think he also didn't stand up when the other leaders stood up. So on her behalf, I apologize and recognize and appreciate the deputy governor of Homa Bay County, Oyugi Magwaga. Your Excellency, I also want to appreciate the presence of our CS Opio Wandai. CS, you can just stand up. Now, with that, Your Excellency, because not all governors will have an opportunity to come and stand up here, I'll be the last one speaking before I invite you. I want to ask all the governors to stand up. Excellency governors, host governor, Gladys Wanga was here, she stood and spoke. My vice chair was also here, Dr. Mutahi Kahiga. Our whip was our MC here, Steve Sang. Then we have my immediate former boss. She's chair emeritus,
Governor of Kirinyaga, Anne Waiguru. We have the Governor of Tharaka Nithi, Governor Muthomi Njuki, Governor His Excellency Ochilo Ayako of Migori, Governor Nadhif Adam Jama of Garissa, Governor Kiari Badlisha of Nyandarua, Governor Mohammed Khalif Mandera, Speaker Emeritus, Governor of Bungoma Kenneth Lusaka, my professional colleague, FCPF Fernandez Barasa, Governor of Kakamega, Governor Paul Otuoma of Busia County, Governor Patrick Olentutu of Narok, Governor Mahmoud Mohamed Ali, Marsabit County, Governor Orengo James, Siaya County, Governor Professor Hilary Barchok of Bomet, Governor and Benjamin Cheboy of Baringo County, Sister Governor Cecily Mbarire of Embu, Governor Amos Nyaribo of Nyamira, and Governor and Kachapin of West Pokot. Am I missing out anyone? Oh yes, Governor Wilba Otichilo Vihiga, Governor Julius Malombe Kitui, Governor James Irungu of Laikipia, and Governor Kangata, who was here with some innovation a while back. I thank you all. Your Excellency, I had to do that. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, Your Excellency, the Right Honorable Amos Kingi, Speaker of the Senate, all the governors here present, and I will ride on the protocols thus far established, all delegates attending Devolution Conference 2025. On behalf of the Council of Governors, I take this opportunity to welcome His Excellency the President, the Honorable Dr. William Samoei Ruto, and all our distinguished guests and delegates to the 9th Devolution Conference and the 2nd Biennial Devolution Conference. As they say here in Homa Bay County, Warwako Uduto. You're all welcome. This year, our discussions will focus on 3 key themes of equity, inclusion, and social justice. Your Excellency, in the recent past, our country has witnessed citizen protests triggered by, among others, the finance bill, youth and government issues, and governance concerns. The continent and the world watched as our young people, popularly known as the Gen Zs, marched in major streets across the country, demanding for their voices to be heard. It's sad, of course, also that they were politically infiltrated. Indeed, the theme of the conference, for the people, for prosperity, for the people, for prosperity, devolution as a catalyst for equity, inclusion, and social justice, is meant to spur deep conversations on how the devolved governments can position themselves as the implementers and champions of these 3 democratic tenets of inclusion, equity, and social justice. This year, as we host the conference, it's a conference with a difference, the addition of side events that will be hosted by a myriad of partners, including government agencies, civil society organizations, the private sector, and development partners, will bring as many voices as possible to the conversation. I invite all the delegates to carefully peruse the program and purpose to attend the side events, which will run each single day of the conference. I'd like to sincerely thank the team that led to the preparations of this year's conference, all the members of the esteemed steering committee, which traditionally, Your Excellency, is chaired by the Vice Chair of the Council. This year it was chaired by Dr. Mutahi Kahiga, my Vice. I'd also like to acknowledge the Planning Committee led by the CEO of Council. They go through sleepless nights to deliver a conference to 12,000 delegates. Asanteni sana. I'd also like to recognize the presence of our international delegates this year. We have guests joining us from different parts of the world. You saw also they were represented on top here by the Jospong group of Ghana, who are displaying waste management. In 2010, Your Excellency and distinguished delegates, Kenya has promulgated a new constitution for themselves, containing what is globally regarded as one of the most radical shifts in governance the world has ever seen. Some have called the format of the Kenyan devolution experimental. The new system created distinct and yet independent governance through the national government and 47 county governments, which are constitutionally mandated to deliver on key services through locally elected leadership and representatives. We're all in agreement, all of us here, that devolution, notwithstanding its challenges, real and perceived, remains an exemplary case of meaningful reform and the best gift that Kenyans accorded themselves in 2010. The main purpose of devolution was creating units that would secure equitable distribution of development in the country, that every Kenyan is then guaranteed a dignified and a quality life with access to public goods such as healthcare, water, housing, food, education, and transport at the local level. Creation of administrative units beyond the county governments in wards, villages, and planning committees is further meant to ensure that the communities are heard and that the citizens' needs are met no matter where they are in Kenya. Article 174 of our Constitution captures this very succinctly by laying out the objects and the purpose of devolution. And there are 9 of them, and they include, among others, to promote democratic and accountable exercise of power, to foster national unity and recognize diversity. I'll not read all of them, but you can refer to Article 174. And in fact, in that article, Your Excellency, it's only one, really, and the objects that explicitly refers to economic development under F, which says social and economic development and the provision of proximate, easily accessible services throughout Kenya. So through devolution, we were dealing with development, but we were also dealing with equity and social justice that is uniform across Kenya. From the above, ladies and gentlemen, the architecture of the Constitution anticipated that devolution would not only be concerned with economic development, but it will also foster national unity, democratic and political inclusion, and facilitate the decentralization of power, responsibilities, and resources, all aimed at bringing decision and services closer to the people. The establishment of the devolved government was thus our ambitious way as a country of reversing centralization as a basis of both political and economic development. It is both an economic imperative. Devolution is an economic imperative, but I believe it was also a political settlement. Devolution is indeed the truest and the most progressive definition of bottom-up social, economic, and political transformation. 12 years ago, Your Excellency, under the first election, under the new constitutional dispensation of 2010, we set up the first cycle of county governments. We ushered in 47 new county governments. And these governments, unlike the former local authorities, were created through the statutes. They had constitutional protection. They were established in line with the Constitution, and they enjoy both institutional and financial safeguards directly from the supreme law of the land. The fourth schedule further splits the functions between the national and the counties. Your Excellency, we've come a long way At the Council of Governors, we appreciate that in 2014, on the 16th of December, you unbundled through a Gazette notice a lot more functions and component of functions. And this has been something that has been outstanding for long, and we don't take it for granted. But we still seek the further unbundling and costing of the few remaining functions, that they be completed to finality in full compliance with the letter and the spirit of the Constitution, and that the attendant resources of all functions already transferred will all follow. As I make this speech, Your Excellency, I'm a second-term governor, having served in the first cohort of the first phase of county governments between 2013 and 17. In my view, devolution, again I say, has come a long way. The journey has not been easy. We've had policy, legal, and administrative challenges that have threatened the very foundation of devolution. But I am convicted, I'm convinced here that counties and in general devolution has from strength to strength. Counties have recorded countless success stories that reveal that devolution is uplifting the lives and livelihood of Kenyans. According to the 2024 Gross County Product Report, which was released by the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics, KNBS, county governments are making significant and transformative contribution to the national economic performance. Essential investments, be it in financial, material, and technical, is being made towards the devolved sectors, and this is contributing substantially to national growth and development. I'll just give a few, very few examples. Data from the period that devolution existed shows, say, in the provision of healthcare, which is one of the most important services that any county government must deliver, between 2014 and 2025, Kenya has recorded notable improvements in key maternal and reproductive health indicators. The proportion of women with at least 4 antenatal care visits has risen from 58% to 66%, and skilled birth deliveries has increased from 61% to 82%, reflecting the expanded access to skilled birth attendants as a result of devolution. At the onset of devolution in 2013, Your Excellency, there were 8,466 health centers and dispensaries across the country, and these I'm only referring to public health centers and dispensaries. Robust and intentional health investment by county governments in collaboration with the national government and private sector has resulted in increasing these to 14,710 operational health for 7% of all public facilities. When you look at the head count of healthcare workers, Your Excellency, we only had 874 medical doctors in district hospitals before devolution. We also had 6,620 nurses. Today, this has expanded to 4,651 medical doctors in public facilities in counties. We also have 34,000, up from 6,000, 34,220 nurses in county facilities, 7,877 clinical officers, 4,686 lab technicians, 1,942 nutritionists, among other healthcare workers. This clearly represents a more than fourfold growth in human resources. At the community level, partnering with the national government, we now have 831 community health workers. And Your Excellency, you can give examples in agriculture, where we now have 6.5 million farmers registered as opposed to 541,000 in 2016. We can give examples. In ECD, where we now have from nearly zero staff in payroll of ECD teachers in counties to over 30,000 ECD teachers across the 47 counties and 48,700 ECD centers. There are many, but in the interest of time, I will just highlight the key. Distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, the story of devolution is dotted with many successes, and we can speak to it in every single county. Every single county has a story to tell, but I'll end it there. That notwithstanding, Your Excellency, there are numerous challenges. Challenges abound. The debate on functional integrity of the two levels of government, the quantum of resources allocated to devolution, delays of disbursements and releases of funds, and administrative action that leads to clawback, policy, laws, especially subsidiary instruments that predate the 2024 Constitution that are not then compliant with devolution still remain a challenge. And Your Excellency, I will note that in spite of the month-on-month delays of disbursements of funds, for the 3 years that you've been in charge, 2 out of those 3, at least the last shilling, was released to the CRF, the County Revenue Funds account, by midnight, the 30th of June of that fiscal year. And we don't take that for granted. It was not always the case, Your Excellency. So in line with the conference theme, county governments must also ensure that resources are distributed equitably, even within the counties, that services are available and accessible to the most vulnerable populations that are marginalized, minority groups, and that there is meaningful participation in decision making. It's time for action, not for talk. As leaders who are gathered here, we've been called upon to serve. Let's heed this call with integrity, humility, and selflessness. Our Constitution expects us all here that we will conduct our affairs in the fullness of good governance practices and respect of human rights and in social justice, while ensuring that there is equity and inclusion at all levels. On the overall, Your Excellency, and I'm winding up, devolution has been and it will continue to remain a journey. It's not an event, it's a process. I can say as stakeholders we have done well, we can all do better, and that's why we're here with all the stakeholders and partners. We are ready to listen to what interventions we can apply to make devolved governance even better and stronger. As I conclude, let me take this opportunity to appreciate all our stakeholders who have supported this conference. I convey our heartfelt appreciation of the national government through the presidency, the Senate, and all the 47 county governments for their support and participation. A special thanks to our platinum sponsors and partners, the Kenya Commercial Bank, Safaricom PLC, and the Jospong Group of companies. Those were our 3 platinum partners this year. To all our other partners, this could not have happened without you. Devolution has brought 12,000 delegates at DEFCON 2025 to Homa Bay County. This could not have been done without our partners. We appreciate and value all of you. Your support has made this event a reality and a big success. We cannot thank you enough. Continue to work with us as we keep the devolution fire blazing. I wish you all fruitful discussions in the coming days of the conference. It is now my duty and pleasure to invite His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, the Honorable Dr. William Samoei Ruto, to come and address us and officially open Devolution Conference 2025 for us.
Thank you very much, Governor. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take our seats. Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, honorable members, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I am delighted to be back in Homa Bay, the county of endless potential and possibilities. A place whose promise mirrors that of our great nation. Vast possibilities, many opportunities, awaiting bold action as we steadily unlock the full benefits of devolution. Our counties are critical frontiers and the powerful drivers of both national and local growth. This Devolution Conference is therefore a moment to take stock, celebrate gains, and reimagine how we can accelerate progress for every county and every Kenyan. The theme of this year's conference speaks directly to our national vision, a Kenya where every citizen, regardless of region, gender, background, or status, has a fair and equal opportunity to thrive. Our Constitution's preamble commits us to human rights, equality, freedom, democracy, social justice, and the rule of law. This theme is a reminder of the bold, transformative journey we began and a call to remain true to our shared aspiration as a nation and as a people. Ladies and gentlemen, devolution has been transformative. It has fostered equity by distributing resources fairly and addressing historical imbalances. It has enhanced inclusion by empowering communities, empowering women, giving a chance to our youth, and extending a fair environment to persons living with disability for all of us to participate fully and meaningfully in the development of our nation. Social justice has taken root through accountable, transparent, and responsive governance. The national government is proud to have invested heavily in making these principles a reality. And for myself, I have had the privilege to chair the first intergovernmental budget committee, commonly known as IBEC, from the beginning. And I have had the privilege to see devolution grow by leaps and bounds. Through collaborative frameworks, such as the Intergovernmental Relations Technical Committee, the Council of Governors, the Summit, and the other intergovernmental fora, we have resolved challenges amicably and aligned our policies and resources as guided by our constitutional vision. From the very first day of my administration, I affirmed that devolution is not merely a constitutional provision, it is the ground jewel of our democratic governance and the proudest achievement of the people of Kenya in our constitution-making process. I pledged to accelerate the full transfer of all outstanding devolved functions as assigned in the 4th schedule of our Constitution, together with the requisite resources. This commitment was formalized during the 11th National and County Government Coordinating Summit held at State House, Nairobi, on the 16th of December 2024, as has been alluded by the earlier speakers. I directed the Intergovernmental Relations Technical Committee to finalize the delineation, unbundling, and gazettement of all pending functions, and to initiate the systematic transfer of budgetary allocations and other resources tied to those functions without delay. Today, I am proud to report that all 14 devolved functions have been conclusively delineated, unbundled, and formally gazetted. This milestone has eliminated decades-old ambiguities that hampered service delivery and fueled intergovernmental disputes. This achievement marks a decisive turning point in our journey to align functions with funding. It empowers county governments to design and implement programs that respond directly to local needs, from healthcare to agriculture to water management, infrastructure, trade, and early childhood education, while delivering measurable impact to all the people we serve. Further, to the gazettement of the unbundled, unclarified functions by IGRTC on the 16th of December 2024, and the advanced process of resource identification, I am pleased again to announce that we have gazetted immovable assets, that is land and buildings, to transfer ownership to the counties through Gazette Notice number 11164 of yesterday, 12th August 2025, a process that has eluded us for the last 12 years. In other words, 50,000 pieces of land and 80,000 pieces of land and buildings will now become the property of county governments legally. This morning, in a further demonstration of our commitment to devolution, I signed into law two landmark pieces of legislation: the County Public Finance Law Amendment Bill of 2023 and the County Allocation of Revenue Bill 2025. These laws cement the place and the principle of horizontal revenue sharing among counties and consolidate the place of county assemblies, while clearly defining the respective responsibilities of both county and national governments. Let me say this, that I had the honor in Homa Bay to finally guarantee by law the independence of our county assemblies. This is a commitment that I made. This is an engagement that I did with the county speakers and county assemblies, and it was a merited request and a merited ask that the same way we have independence of the legislature at the national level, we must also have independence of the legislature at the county level. I now ask the county assemblies to effectively undertake their responsibilities, effectively provide oversight, efficiently legislate for counties to perform their mandate, and also robustly represent the people who elected them. With this new mandate, with this new independence, the counties' assemblies now have no reason nor excuse not to do what they have been mandated by the Constitution effectively. Under the Division of Revenue Act 2025, we have allocated an unprecedented Kenya shillings 415 billion to counties, nearly 30 billion more than last year's allocation. The County Allocation of Revenue Act 2025 distributes this equitable share among the 47 counties in strict adherence to the revenue sharing formula set out in Article 217 of our Constitution. And again, today marks a turning point. We are using a new revenue sharing formula, again marking another historic step. This is the first allocation, as I have said, to apply the fourth determination of the basis for division of revenue approved by Parliament this year. This is not just more money. It is a stronger foundation for counties to deliver, develop, and transform people's lives. Ladies and gentlemen, despite operating within a tight fiscal space, the government has honored its commitment to timely disbursements, clearing all balances owed to counties for the just ended financial year. This ensures that counties have the fiscal capacity, institutional infrastructure, and human resources necessary to deliver on their expanded mandates effectively. Again, to report that yesterday, the native agricultural programs changing lives at the grassroots. Investments, ladies and gentlemen, are the life of the grassroots. Investments, ladies and gentlemen, are the lifeblood of economic transformation. They inject capital, spur innovation, generate employment, and unlock local potential. Nowhere is this more true than our counties. Under our bottom-up economic transformation agenda, we are working with counties to build one bankable, high-impact value chain in every county, from fish processing here in Homa Bay to leather in Kajiado and textiles in Kitui. This is about turning local potential into jobs, incomes, and exports. The Government of Kenya, through the Ministry of Investments, Trade and Industry, is developing investment procedures for key priority sectors, working with counties. This will serve as strategic tools to highlight opportunities, showcase value propositions, and support investor engagement locally in our counties and internationally as well. We have already completed the initial 4 sector packages: leather, business processing, outsourcing, e-mobility, and textile and apparels. By supporting end-to-end value chain ecosystems, we will increase local incomes, enhance food security, create jobs for our young people, and position counties as net exporters. Yet progress, again, ladies and gentlemen, is uneven, and the full promise of equity remains work in progress. This conference must be a turning point, not only for celebration, but for honest reflection and decisive action. To unlock the full potential of devolution, we must strengthen capacity in our counties by building the skills, expertise, and employing technology needed for effective service delivery. Excellencies, while we may not have all the resources we desire, we have enough to deliver meaningful service, redirecting resources to the right purposes. Are we deploying them efficiently? How much is lost to waste and corruption? And what concrete measures are we putting in place to seal leakages, curb misuse, and enhance efficiency? These are the hard questions we must confront with candor, courage, and urgency. Without a doubt, we need to answer these questions as leaders. And I listened very carefully to the statements that have been made here, both by the earlier speakers, by the Chair of the Council of Governors, by the Speaker of the Senate, and we all must be honest about ourselves and about what we are doing. And we must agree that the resources that are availed by the people of Kenya through their taxes are meant for delivering transformation in our counties and in our nation. I did sign into law a few weeks ago legislation that will boost the fight against corruption by signing into law the Conflict of Interest Bill, now law. I do expect that agencies charged with making sure that there is accountability at all levels of government take up their role as efficiently, as effectively, with accountability as the law and the Constitution mandates them. The EACC must take up their role. I have made it absolutely clear to the chair of the Anti-Corruption Commission, to the CEO of the Anti-Corruption Commission, that there will be no sacred cows and there will be no telephone call from anywhere below or above to stop anybody from being prosecuted for matters corruption. While I agree with the sentiments expressed by the Speaker of the Senate, and he has made a solid statement on holding governors and county governments to account, I also must say the legislature must also be held to account. Because there is something going on in our legislature that we must call out. There is money being demanded from the executive, from governors, from ministers, from people in the executive, especially those who go for accountability before our houses of parliament. Mr. Speaker, it cannot continue to be business as usual. It is not possible that committees of parliament demand to be bribed, demand to be paid for them to write reports or to look the other way for what is happening in either the national government or the county governments. All of us must act together. The fight against corruption must be an all of society engagement and exercise and effort. I also want to ask the judiciary not to be a haven for the corrupt to hide behind judicial decisions. We have innovation that is only available in Kenya that allows a corrupt person or somebody who has stolen public resources or somebody in breach of law not to be prosecuted. Something called anticipatory bail. It is a Kenyan innovation that takes us backwards. Just let's ask ourselves, somebody who has stolen public funds and then goes to court and gets something called anticipatory bail, makes it impossible for such a person to be arrested and prosecuted endlessly. How does that support the fight against corruption? This is a matter I hope our friends in the judiciary would help us answer. Because we are undertaking transformation in Kenya, but that transformation is being undermined by corruption, and we must call it what it is. And all agencies, institutions, and arms of government, we must come together to deal with the challenge of corruption so that we can ensure that public resources are meant and are used for the intended purposes for which the people of Kenya have asked us. Without a doubt, ladies and gentlemen, technology can help in eliminating waste and enhancing efficiency. Since its inception in 2013, the e-Citizen platform has stood at the heart of Kenya's digital transformation. What began with a handful of services, about 300 then, has evolved into a 24/7 one-stop shop for over 22,000 government services, accessible from every part of Kenya and everywhere in the world. Today, more than 14 million Kenyans are registered on the e-Citizen platform, with 500,000 Kenyans logging in daily to access passports, driving licenses, business registration, land transactions, marriage certificates, police clearances, and much more. All without queues, intermediaries, brokers, or unnecessary bureaucracy. The results speak for themselves. Collections have surged more than 1,500%, from Kenya shillings 60 million to over 1 billion shillings collected by e-Citizen daily, translating to more than 500 billion annually. Ministries, departments, and agencies have seen revenue growth of up to 400%, supported by accurate projections and better planning. Equally, counties have integrated their digital portals with e-Citizen and have seen remarkable growth. Mombasa County, for example, revenues have rose from 1.6 billion to Kenya shillings 2.5 billion, a 61% growth. Kiambu County has seen revenue grow from 2 billion to 3.04 billion, a 52% growth. And Kajiado from 1.4 billion to 2 billion, a growth of 48%. Other counties such as Bomet, Tharaka Nithi, Meru, Embu have posted similar improvements. The platform has seen and has been an engine of economic opportunity, creating 600,000 jobs in ICT, support services, logistics, and other sectors, providing that digitization and proving that digitization is not just about convenience, but also about livelihoods. Most importantly, e-Citizen has been a powerful weapon against corruption. By eliminating cash handling and embedding full digital audit trails, we have reduced opportunities for bribery and made transactions traceable, fair, and secure. Citizens can now follow the process and the progress of their applications and payments online, confident that the process is impartial and transparent. I therefore urge all counties to collaborate, share best practices, and celebrate while accelerating the adoption of technology to boost efficiency, cut waste, and enhance revenue performance. Beyond technology, we must promote inter-county collaboration, share resources and expertise, and ensure accountability through transparency and rigorous oversight. Kenya's real economic strength lies at the grassroots in our counties. Through the bottom-up economic transformation agenda, we are moving from raw material production to value addition, strengthening agro-processing, manufacturing linkages, and market access for SMEs and smallholder farmers. As we gather here in Homa Bay, I challenge every leader and citizen to renew our commitment to the spirit of devolution, invest in people-first policies and programs, ensure every shilling has impact, and bring government services closer to the people. Let me share two other things that I really wanted to say on this day, this very important day of devolution. I must congratulate county governments. I must congratulate our governors and the county assemblies for the partnership they have demonstrated in working with me in the transformation of our country. We have worked together. The Constitution dictates that we do. We have worked together on matters of health, from community health promoters, the people who engage with families, with homes every day, the greatest patriots that I know of. We have worked together with the counties, and I want to congratulate counties for sharing this resource so that we can bring health to be a reality and to be a right for all citizens, not a privilege for those who can afford. I am also happy that we have made tremendous progress in the delivery of our universal health coverage, working with counties. All the counties have signed into the program that will enable citizens access health at every facility in a way that doesn't exclude others. And as a result, we all know that more Kenyans are now in the bracket of SHA. 25.2 million Kenyans are already registered, many accessing service. Charges citizens for a service already paid for by the government of Kenya. Let me state here that we have made provisions in the budget of 21 billion Kenya shillings to make sure that treatment, medicine at level 2, at our dispensaries, at our health centers, at our sub-county hospitals, all the way to level 4, outpatient facilities, outpatient treatment is paid for fully by the government of Kenya. And no facility, no dispensary, no health center or sub-county hospital should charge citizens who go to seek treatment, because the government of Kenya will refund for the treatment, for the medicine given to citizens at that level. I am saying this because there are counties that are still charging citizens in health centers and dispensaries and level 4 for treatment when that treatment is already paid for by the government of Kenya. We should stop it. And I want to ask you, colleagues, to help the citizens of our nation, because, as I have said, we do not want to make health a privilege. We want to make it a right for all citizens. Let me also say that today is a great day because our friends, the members of county assemblies can breathe some fresh air, that they do not have to work under the direction of the county executives. But I have also told you that use that independence for the good of the people. I know there is yet another outstanding commitment that we agreed upon. And because I am a solid believer in savings and encouraging the culture of savings, the county assembly's pensions bill has already been passed by the Senate. It has gone through the first reading in the National Assembly. And I'm confident that in the next couple of months, I will be signing into law the County Assembly's pensions bill into law, so that county assemblies like the National Assembly will also have pension, just like members of Parliament. This pension, we agreed, is going to be contributory, just the same way the one in Parliament is contributory, and it will assist us in making sure that we avoid old age poverty by people who have served in the public service. Today, again in Homa Bay, I announced another milestone, that through our housing levy and housing fund, we have rolled out affordable housing. We have rolled out construction of markets across Kenya. Today, we broke ground for the first ever hostel for student accommodation in Kenya. And here in Tom Mboya University, we will be building a hostel accommodation facility to host over 2,000 students, and we are rolling it across Kenya. We already have identified universities, Kenya medical training colleges, and TVET institutions to build student accommodation that will accommodate 170,000 students across Kenya as phase one, as we expand the program of housing in Kenya, not only to provide for social housing, affordable housing, student accommodation, our markets, and all the other infrastructure that we are building under that framework. Again, I want to celebrate that the same way we started the affordable housing here in Homa Bay, by coincidence again, we are starting student accommodation construction again here in Homa Bay. Again, here in Homa Bay, I have signed legislation for the first time in Homa Bay County into law, and we are slowly but surely making history in the Republic of Kenya. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to conclude by congratulating Madam Gladys Wanga, Governor of Homa Bay County, for her exemplary leadership and hosting this conference. I also want to commend her for taking decisive action against the people who are running Rachuonyo facility, who we identified as one of the ones that were stealing our money. Thank you very much, Governor, for taking action swiftly. And I want to promise you that as you dismiss those people, we will look for them so that we can prosecute them, so that they can, we can hold them to account. And we are going to do it for all the other facilities that will try to steal from our resources meant for health. And finally, to this great school of Homa Bay, who have given us their grounds so that we can host this facility, I want to say thank you very much to this school. And as a small token of appreciation, the government of Kenya is going to provide 10 million shillings for the construction of the library, as I was informed by the governor. Thank you very much, Mwalimu, for allowing us to use these great grounds for this momentous event. For the people, for prosperity is not just a slogan. It is a call to action, to fairness, opportunity, and progress in every part of Kenya. Let history record that this generation, these leaders, made devolution work, not just in law, but in the daily lives of the people of Kenya. I wish you fruitful deliberations and concrete outcomes at this 2025 Devolution Conference here in Homa Bay. Asanteni sana, and God bless you.
Let us take our seats briefly, please. Kindly, we can just take our seats. We still have the launch of the Devolution Training Institute induction manual. And allow me, Your Excellency, to invite the COG Chair, the host governor, the Vice Chair COG, the Speaker of the Senate, PS Devolution, COG Whip, CEO COG, and Ambassador Sebastian Groth to flank His Excellency as we now progress to the launch of the Devolution Training Institute induction manual. So the launch will be with the press of this buzzer. So Your Excellency, you may come, and then I'll request that you join His Excellency. The launch is right there. That's where the book is, the manual. So kindly, if we... Microphone, please.
I'm sorry, I forgot the Speaker of Senate did ask me about consideration of the Senate team. And I want to confirm that the Senate team did a wonderful performance. Congratulations. A round of applause for the Senate team for winning yesterday's match. Congratulations. And you merit, as the Speaker has said, you merit a reward for what you have done. There is only a small technical problem. Rewards at the level of what we have done for Harambee Stars is only given when the opposite team is not Kenyan. So unfortunately for the Senate, the team on the other side also came from Kenya. So I really apologize that I may not be able to assist in this particular circumstance. But the next time you play against a foreign team and you perform well as you have done, then there will be due consideration. Thank you very much.
At the count of 3, we'll have the launch of the manual. And Your Excellency, it is right there where we're going to be having the launch. So in 3, 2, and 1, the buzzer is pressed. And we now have the manual, which is the Council of Governors Devolution Training Institute Induction Manual, which is rotating right there. And then we'll have a presentation of the manual by His Excellency to those who have flanked him so that you will see exactly what the manual entails. A round of applause for the COG for coming up with that manual, and each will receive a copy. And for optics, if we can then if we can all just hold a copy once it's done for a photo opportunity. If we can all just hold a copy, one for His Excellency. May I request that we go to the center? Kindly, thank you. If we can have all right, thank you. I'll request that we leave His Excellency the President and Her Excellency the Governor. The rest, if we can take our seats.